He throws down Rice. Another hit. And again, it looks like... Because look at all that silk that he has right now. Unbelievable stick handling. And he scored.
Kenny took that one.
There goes Sargent on the breakaway. Sargent, huge pad save by Joey Hall.
Jimenez gets it to Banashevitz. Here he comes, and he jukes and he scores. Sam Banashevitz finally gets one.
Friday night here in Raleigh, North Carolina, and the Iceplex is the place to be. Want to welcome you to tonight's broadcast between NC State Hockey and the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. Zach Sawai alongside Logan Ward and our special guest tonight, Dalton Kelly. It's a big matchup tonight for a lot of reasons, but we'll first get started with the big news of the night. NC State is now ranked number 6 in the ACHA Southeast Division standings. This is the highest that they've been ranked in quite some time. Undefeated 12-0. Wake Forest at the top of their division so far, the Carolina West Division. This game will not count towards points in the ACC standings. That's one of the big things tonight. So players are here tonight to have a little fun, get some sweating, and of course NC State getting ready for that big backyard brawl on Monday.
Absolutely. And you know, this is a good warm-up. This is a good team. This might be the best goalie that we've seen all year so far. So this is a good test for them, a good chance for them to get ready and warmed up for this game coming up. And that's going to be a big one at PNC Arena versus UNC.
And boy, oh boy, did they get warmed up last weekend. NC State took the weekend by storm. We're going to talk a little bit about that Delaware game that some Ice Pack fans may have seen on Twitter. An absolute rout, not really a rout, but more heroics by Tyler Alfanzetti. With 9 seconds left, comes away with the goal. Unbelievable job right there. It was a clutch decision by head coach Mike Gasillo at the last minute. Talking a little bit about this yesterday, decided to put Tyler Alfanzetti rather, on that first line with Nikita Anastratov out with a flu-like symptoms, as we will say that tonight. He is out once again tonight with the flu-like symptoms. Talk a little bit about Tyler Alfanzetti and his play of late, especially with that clutch goal against a ranked Delaware team.
Well, it's really emblematic of just how great he's been playing. That game versus Delaware, he really just popped off. Just a wonderful job. 2 goals total in that game, but that sealing goal to win the game, you know that's got to feel good, especially for the entire Ice Pack team. And it shows that coaches really have trust in their depth and the fact that they can win games with basically anybody on the ice.
Absolutely. Alex Vedetta as well continue his goal-scoring pace. Coach Gasillo called him yesterday a monster during our recent talk with Over the Boards. If you haven't seen that yet, it is on PackTV. Be sure to take a look at that. And now we're going to talk a little bit about the Demon Deacons. First, wanted to give a quick shout-out to all the friends and family of the players watching tonight. We are glad to have you on. You get to listen to me all night as long as these guys, so it's going to be fun for you guys tonight. Dalton here is going to be talking a lot about the Demon Deacons tonight. So let's recap a little bit about the things that have happened. They are 2-2-1 in their past 5 games. What else do we need to know about them tonight?
So a big problem is they have a lot of players out with flu-like symptoms. So there's only going to be 5 defensive men starting. So it's going to be a major key area to look out for. And also, their leading goal scorer and player is out for today with a upper body injury, so that's also a major key influence.
Andrew Gerbhardt today is out with an injury, has 8 goals and 7 assists on the young season in the 8 games that have been played for Wake Forest. And we talked a little bit about this as well, Logan. State has had a very good job in terms of zone entries and possessions and goals and everything like that. But they are facing arguably the best goaltender they have seen this season in Cal Meyer. So we're going to talk a little bit about Cal Meyer and his performance, his stats, and what they mean. But first we need to talk about what State needs to do in terms of trying to work around that defense and, more importantly, getting high volume volume and high danger shots.
Well, yeah, you have to talk about their offense because that's really what has been the identity of the Ice Pack. High, quick-paced defense, especially in the transition game. They really do a great job of getting out in transition, getting those quick goals. Riley Johnson, RJ, as the team calls him, 2 goals against Georgetown. Really, Georgetown it showed just how good they could be, winning 10-0. Their offense, when it's clicking, is everything that they needed to be. You've got Sam Banashevitz, Laith Jadala when he's playing, and then also with Riley Johnson, really the 3 of them being probably the 3 best goal scorers on this team. Their offense, when it's clicking, can't be stopped no matter how good the goalie is.
And now we're going to talk a little bit about the goaltender. Meyer, as the team calls him, is looking to have a great start tonight. He wears number 1. He will probably be the number 1 goaltender tonight for the Demon Deacons. 5-1 on the young year. What can you say about him?
Yeah, Cal Meyer, his save percentage is actually 95%, so it's very high. He's also faced 245 shots he saved, so it's a lot of saves. So the 500-run record kind of shows for itself.
And the biggest thing to worry about tonight is the Demon Deacons have gone without playing a game in 3 weeks. This is their first game in a long time. And the big thing is you can get in practice, you can get in that energy during those times, but not seeing game action for 3 weeks, that's got to have some sort of impact.
Yeah, so not seeing game action, you're not going to be able to get like the high-intensity movement in front of the goal, and it's also going to be hard to mimic like the sight lines and of shots that are going to be happening at them, so that'll be interesting to see.
Sightlines are going to be important tonight. Fans are packing the Plex, as the team likes to call it, and it's going to be a great game tonight. Puck drop will be soon. We'll be right back with some more things to talk about, and Logan and Dalton's 3 keys for each of their respective teams right here on PackTV. Last game of the semester here at the Raleigh Iceplex. We're still cold after all this time, haven't fixed the air conditioning here, but excited to be here, freezing our butts off for you guys there at home on your couches and your heating, cooling areas. You're all warm, we're cold. Zach Sawaye, Logan Ward, Dalton Kelly here for you guys tonight. The biggest thing to note is, as we were talking about, this is the last game here at the Iceplex for the semester. What does this mean? What do they want to send off for their fans here? And then, of course, get ready for the big home show at the Backyard Brawl.
Well, really, this is the capstone of the years right now. And again, that comes with being the last game of the year. But they're undefeated right now. If they can go into the break that they have last game of the year, if they can go into it undefeated, that really just drives your momentum through the roof. They're already riding high, winning 10-0 against Georgetown. But if they can take it to go 13-0 in this young season, there's a lot more possibilities to open up after that.
Especially opening up. Wake Forest recently won their last game against West Virginia, winning that one 7-4. What's going to be the motivation going into this one? We talked a little bit about this before the break. What's going to be to keep up that momentum and be sure that they're going to be on top of their game today?
Yeah, so they're first in the Western Carolina Conference, so that's a major point to keep up the stats up there. And also, it's kind of like a good rivalry game because last year they actually knocked them out of the semifinals game, so they hope to keep up their momentum, too, as well. Momentum plays a big factor.
Definitely. And we spoke to Coach Dave Pascal from the Wake Forest Demon Deacons shortly before the game, and he was talking about how they're still looking to find some sort of a rivalry match to sort of head into that, sort of find something to give their fans something to be excited about. Yeah. And there's a lot to be excited about for sure if you're watching in Winston-Salem tonight. The ACCHL tournament will be held in the Annex. If NC State does make that tournament, we will be there broadcasting the games. So if happens that the 2 teams face off, if you guys can't make it to that, we'll be there to cover it for you right here on PackTV. But to sort of get into the goaltending matchups tonight, we talked about Cale Mayer. He's getting the start tonight. Joey Hall will be getting the start tonight. Now, there has been some discrepancies in Joey's Hall play as late. There's no doubt about it. He's given up 10 goals in his past 2 starts after a miraculous start to the season. What's got to be going through his head tonight?
Really, he's just got to be hoping for that vengeance. You know, he started the game last year against Wake Forest in the playoffs, the one they got knocked out of. You know, he really wants to show show off what he can do tonight here. Getting a win would go a long ways towards staying undefeated. He is undefeated on the year. So you have to keep in mind that he's done a good job, but letting up 10 goals in the past 2 games, something you got to worry about, but something he's going to try to clinch down here.
Team captain Rob Brute alongside assistant captain Tyler Potts will be in the lineup tonight. Let's talk a little bit about Tyler Pott and his stats going into tonight. If I'm not mistaken, has 4 goals, 4 assists on the year. He's not the team's leading scorer as of right now, but the leading scorer is Eric Califf. Either Eric Califf or Eric Kaloof. We don't know the pronunciation on that. If anyone from home is watching, please let us know. I want to make sure that gets situated. Coach Pascal was a little bit shaky on that. We were talking to him before the game, but talk about their play. How important is it to have somebody who is maybe not a goal scorer, but likes to help out on the assist side of things.
Yeah, for sure. Because there's got to be more of a team game with your leading goal scorer out. So you got to turn to other people, and it's very important to have people that can create opportunities when you don't have someone that can create it themselves, or like the best person to create it themselves. So, for sure.
Creating opportunities is not going to be a problem for State tonight, as you've seen, where they have been scoring upwards of 5 or more goals every single game so far this year, besides the home opener against George Washington University. There we go. But Logan, what are your 3 keys for tonight for NC State?
Well, my 3 keys tonight for NC State, they've got to get Hall's vengeance here right now. You know, he really wants to win this game. You know, the Ice Pack wants to stay undefeated. So getting vengeance against Wake Forest has got to be on their minds. Another thing that they've got to keep going, that momentum that they're coming off that weekend. Great win against Delaware, a shutout win against Georgetown. They want to keep that rolling here. And again, they really just got to keep the offense going. If they can get the offense going, it doesn't matter how great Meyer is. And he is a fantastic goalie, so that's going to be the testament to their abilities if they can come out with the win here tonight.
Josh Cannon got the start against Georgetown, and I believe he got the start against Delaware in that game as well. Talk about Josh Cannon's play as of late. Was serving as the primary backup last year to Joey Hall, but he's really come out surging this year.
He's done a great job when we've seen him, and really that goes to how deep this core of goalies is for the Ice Pack. They've done a wonderful job. Again, when you're undefeated, you can't really fault any goalies. Every single one has won the games that they've played in, and seeing Cannon able to come in and perform the way he has, you know the coaches have to be happy, and the rest of the team is surging as well.
Likewise with the Demon Deacons, injury bug, flu-like symptoms, everyone's out. What's going to be the 3 keys to their game tonight to make sure they stay on the top of their game?
First off, you just got to start off with creating opportunities early that'll kind of get your momentum and get your hopes up and believe in yourself. Obviously, with all the defensive men being out, it's pretty important that they hold up on defense, and also with a good goalie, you got to rely on that sometimes when the defense is short numbered. So those are my 3 keys.
Wake Forest has relied heavily on their defense and goaltending this year. It's a Friday night. The Raleigh Iceplex, it's the place to be. Fans are coming in. If you guys didn't see last time, the Iceplex was the most crowded it was that I've seen in some time against UNC Charlotte. And, of course, Ryan Kinney broke the glass in that game. And some of the fans did trickle out, but they did miss a wild ending to that game. State won 7-5. They've had an incredible record at home and an incredible showout. How much do the fans mean to this team, and what does it mean if fans do come to the backyard brawl on Monday night?
Well, it means everything to this team. Again, they're a club team, so they need that support to really thrive. So getting donations at the door and stuff like that for whenever they play at PNC is key to the support of this team, but also just knowing that the fans have their back is key. We talked with Coach Pascal, and he said that this is one of the best environments out there in college hockey that they play in. So when you have rabid fans, you have fans that are showing out, showing their appreciation for this team, it really highlights how great this team has been.
Wake Forest tonight will be dressing 5 defensemen, being short a few guys. How important is it going to be for the coach to be able to recycle guys, put guys where they need to be all over the lineup and not just have your best players out all the time?
So obviously when you have people out like that, you got to turn to people that are on the team that may not get as many opportunities as they usually would, but they can kind of use this to prove themselves and maybe earn a starting job or earn a job, more playing time next games.
Kick back, relax, grab your favorite drink, have a Snuggie there as well. Keep yourselves warm, make me envious of you tonight. Be sure to relax and enjoy this one. Puck Drop will be soon right here on PackTV. It is a Friday night here at the Raleigh Iceplex. I want to welcome you out tonight here to tonight's broadcast. Zach Sawai alongside Dalton Kelly and Logan Ward on the call tonight. Again, wanted to give a special shout out to all the Wake Forest fans that are watching tonight. So far, it's going to be an exciting night tonight for sure. NC State currently undefeated on the young season, and Wake Forest is 5-2 on the year, 2-2-1 in their past 5. It's going to be a great game for sure.
Just a really incredible game. I'm excited to see what happens out here. Again, we talked about Wake Forest's defense. This is probably going to be the best defense that we've seen all year. Meyer just immediately elevates any team that he's on with his goalie play. Again, we talked about that 95% save percentage. Absolutely incredible, and the Wolfpack need to find a way to solve it.
Yeah, so obviously going to have to rely on the goalie, but it's going to be interesting to see how the defense holds up with all the injuries and flus. So we'll see how that works out, and we'll also see how they can replace their leading goal scorer.
Lineups tonight going to be a little bit interesting, as we mentioned in the pregame show. Nikita Anastratov, I don't believe we mentioned that actually.
No, we didn't.
Nikita Anastratov will be out tonight with flu-like symptoms, some illnesses. Let's face it, I think everyone's just getting sick because they don't want to take finals. That's where it's at right now. But Nikita Anastratov will be out tonight. Eric Todd will be on the first line, flanking Sam Banashevitz and Laith Jadala. And then that fourth line replacing him, a guy that we haven't seen since the Duke game, Alex Fong.
Alex Fong. And again, we talked about those players being able to come in and produce. Fong is one of those guys. I think he's come in his couple games as a floater. One of those players that's really just versatility is key. So having him in there and able to fill in on that fourth line, just a really good thing and something that IcePack loves about themselves.
Logan Sims will be the PA announcer tonight. Of course, we are missing Wade Minter, who is the usual IcePack PA announcer. Much love to him if he's watching tonight. I believe tonight is the Triangle Special Hockey Association Casino night, and he will be there alongside the rest of the Hurricanes promotions crew, doing stuff there. Wade and I are best buddies, so we talk often. You know how it is. But looking on the fresh sheet of ice tonight, the refs stand there. Coaches are out there tonight. Talk a little bit about the importance of coaches. Head coach Mike Gazzillo this year, his system has by far and away been one of the best that we have seen so far. There come the coaches for Wake Forest along the ice now, getting a little bit of their scuffle on. The biggest thing is just that Coach Gazzillo wants to employ a very fast-paced system with a lot of transition games, everything like that.
Yeah.
Last year, he didn't have that team with a lot of the grinding players that he had. Nothing against them. But one of the biggest things is that tonight, he finally has a fast enough team to help out with that system. Talk a little bit about that.
Well, his system, like you said, really just benefits from those fast-paced, high-octane offense that we've seen really become the identity of the IcePack here this year. And we talked about his system. You know he loves just having the players finally to run the system that he wants to, and that's something that we've really seen them do well. The offense scoring almost at will. We've seen them be almost a defensive team in the past as they take the ice here, but when you're able to run the coach's system that he really wants to, I think we see an improvement like we have this year.
Talking a little bit about the Demon Deacons so far tonight, they are wearing, both teams are wearing dark jerseys tonight, which is not common in any really sort of sport. Most likely the home team is going to wear the darker jerseys, away teams wear the white jerseys, everything like that. But what else do we need to know about the Demon Deacons before this puck drop tonight?
Yeah, so it's going to be important that Eric Kaloof gets off, like he's been on a two-game streak where he doesn't have any points, so that'll be key for them to get some points on the board here, and also rely on their captain and assistant captain, Tyler Potts, assistant captain, and yeah. So, I mean, also just relying on their goalie. I mean, we're going to talk about that a lot probably because of how well he's played, but that'll be interesting to see.
Yeah.
Looks like top lines tonight. Coach Pascal will be facing off against head coach Mike Gazzillo tonight, putting out Andrew Adams, Tyler Potts, and Eric Kaloof on that first line. We would imagine Gerbhardt would be on that first line if he wasn't injured, having 8 goals on the young season so far.
Definitely.
On the top defensive unit, we have Rob Root and Hunter LaRoe. I believe they are introducing the starting lineups for right now. We will let you know once they do the national anthems. Currently awaiting some of the starting lineups. We'll know for certain once the teams come out, but it does look like they are icing. I can't actually tell who is on the ice currently for the Demon Deacons. Looks like Tyler Potts is out there.
Yeah.
I believe we have some of our numbers jumbled up. Some club teams do end up changing their jerseys shortly before the games. It's something that does happen in a lot of sports, but not something that we can control.
No.
Joey Hall getting the start tonight, and then as we talked about, giving up 10 in his last 2.
Yeah.
Let's see if he does a little bit better tonight in those aspects. Davis Hudson tonight will be alongside Devin Halko on the top defensive unit, with Cam Mazikowski out due to flu-like symptoms. Everybody out. Got that strep bug going around. Laith Jadala, we're going to be saying this a lot. Real estate agent by day, hockey player by night. Call that a Clark Kent's super alter ego. I don't watch DC comics too much, so that's a big thing. Sam Banashevitz now coming on the ice. Somebody we don't need to say much about.
No, we've said plenty about this year, and I'm sure we're going to be calling his name plenty tonight. The real leader of this team, signified by that C on his chest.
And let's go ahead and take a moment of silence here for our national anthem. There you have it. Home of the Wolfpack chants here arise, and it's a big one tonight. Crowd is not as packed as the Charlotte game, but there is still a large amount of attendance here tonight. NC State, of course, playing tomorrow against Louisville for the big football matchup.
Yeah.
It's going to be a big one for sure. We will not be there, but we are sure that ESPN will be there for coverage of the ACC.
Absolutely.
We do a lot here. They can never pay me enough to cover that. Zach Solai here alongside Logan Ward and Dalton Kelly here for tonight's matchup between your Ice Pack and, of course, the Demon Deacons. Again, wanted to give a quick shout out to all the Demon Deacons, friends, family, and even fans that may be watching tonight's game. It's an exciting one for sure. If I'm mispronouncing any names at all, be sure to let us know. Tweet at us at @IntoThePack, and let us know if you really need anything changed up. We're going to do our best here tonight. Looks like we got Tyler Potts, Eric Kaloof, Andrew Adams on that top unit. And on defense, you got Dan Heidick and Reed Anderson off the draw. Want to welcome you to tonight's matchup at the Raleigh Iceplex between the NC State Ice Pack and the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. Zach Sawai here alongside Logan Ward and Dalton Kelly for tonight's matchup. Devin Halko so far in the young year has 2 goals and 2 assists. Will be alongside Davis Hudson for tonight's matchup, as now Laith Jadala carries it through. A little bit of a mishandle at the top of the offensive zone, and now Jadala spears it. Winging it round to the front of the net and the slot. Banashevitz couldn't get the collection on that one. Jadala with a bit of a corner battle out in front. Strong presence by the Demon Deacons early. There's Andrew Adams. Adams so far tonight having a good presence. Won the faceoff off the opening draw, and Devin Halko now handles it in the neutral zone. And the first clear into the sideboards into some screaming Ice Pack fans.
Now, we've talked about how much these fans mean to the Ice Pack, and something you don't really hear as much about, even opposing teams have to consider it. Coach Pascal telling us that this was probably one of the best environments that brings out the best in his players because of the energy that this place really has.
Dave Pascal now sends out his top defensive pair. Captain Rob Brute now stick handles that puck, loses it. Trevor Merchant almost took that one away. And now carrying it forward, there goes Brendan Grigori. Grigori now with great speed down Main Street, around the corners, winging around the wagons with a shot and a huge save by Joey Hall. Still hanging on to it, there's Grigori. Grigori with a back pass all the way to Hunter LaRoe will send it all the way back to Grigori. Handling it back now is Eric Mira. No goals in the young season so far. His only goal coming against Wake Forest last year. There goes Ryan Kinney. Ryan Kinney with a quick backhand just wide. Trevor Merchant with a collection. Again, back behind the boards. Looks like it was trying to find Kinney, but instead found one of the Demon Deacons players, and I believe that was Kararak. And now Merchant once again in the neutral zone. Coach Gazzillo saying he was long overdue for his offensive performance as of late. 2 goals on the young year, 6 assists, 8 points in the team's 12 games that have been played. Ian O'Rourke, team president, will handle that puck all the way over to Ellis Rushford. Rushford with good speed, with a great pass to Alex Robinson with a shot and a huge save by Cale Meyer. Robinson, or Robo as the team calls him, is having a good productive season. 4 goals and 11 assists on the year, being that second line center between Riley Johnson and now Parker Cesarek.
Now, one of those players that you see a lot of, not just in offensive production, although he has been stepping his game up in that regard of late, but definitely one of those players that you just see in all facets of the game, especially in that transition, doing a great job hounding on
with
defense.
An interception. Riley Johnson out in front with a shot just wide. Couldn't quite find that one back home past Meyer. With a clear back end, that was Cesarek. Cesarek now will head off to the bench. Talking a little bit about Wake Forest so far. What are your thoughts on their game so far, Dalton?
So far, our defense seems to be handling their short man pretty well, and their goaltender obviously has already made a couple saves. So this seems like what we were talking about in the keys is happening right now.
Their defense and their goaltending has been the backbone of this team with a quick shot out in front. Looks like that was one of the players trying to get a tip out in front. There goes Seppi now. Seppi, one of the players in tonight, seems to be the floater. A lot of illnesses tonight. Matt Costigan now will handle that one. There's Alex Fong still looking for his first goal of the year. Has 1 assist on the young season so far. And the puck is sent back in. Looks like it'll not be iced as Devin Halko, the son of former Carolina Hurricane Steve Halko, will throttle that puck ahead. Rob Root will mishandle that puck as Matt Costigan is back in the corner to recollect it. Devin Halko is lurking. Little trip out in front. Looks like that was Alex Fong. No call will be made on that play. Being tripped up, I believe that was Calkins. And that puck is sent back ahead. Alex Vedetta now on that fourth line.
We're seeing a very physical game plan from the Ice Pack here. Wake Forest matching it so far, but a lot of hits in the early goings here. And a very aggressive style of offense that we've seen from the Ice Pack. Trying to get that first goal. We talk about how important it is getting that in the first 10 minutes. What they're definitely trying for here.
Davis Hudson still lurking around the boards. Couldn't find an open man pass. Devin Halko will rehandle that puck, being checked well by Andrew Adams. With a spring pass, there goes Eric Todd. Eric Todd with Sam Banashevitz, a quick shot saved by Meyer. Banashevitz was lurking. Now back at the point, there's Hudson. Banashevitz with a pass alongside the boards. There's Jadala. Jadala looking to sell more. He scores! Laith Jadala can sell houses and sure as heck can score goals. 1-0 NC State.
Jadala just with the fantastic play right there, zipping it right past Meyer's skate. There's not much he really could do there. He had good positioning. Jadala just did a great job of getting past that defense and scoring here in the first 5 minutes.
That was his 11th goal of the year, 23rd point. I believe we're going to give the assist on that one to Banashevitz, but we'll hear for sure in just a second. What happened there, that defensive breakdown there, Dalton?
Yeah, so they just kind of had a gap in the defense, and there's just kind of a nice wraparound on the opposite side of the goal. It's kind of unsavable, if I say so. But I'd like to see more offensive play out of them. Seems like a lot of the plays happen inside of their half of the rink.
Jet lag could possibly be a factor. Coming in on that bus, Alfanzetti almost had an opportunity there. Couldn't quite find it after his amazing performance over the weekend. Alfanzetti with a shot and a huge save by Meyer. Back out in front, intercepted extremely well by Grigori. And now carried back out, there goes Karasak. Karasak around the back and a huge glove save by Joey Hall. And he'll hang on.
Very fortunate there that he was able to catch that one. Seemed to just be in the perfect position at the right time. Really could have gone the other way, though, if his hand was just a couple of inches off. Great shot by Grigori, but an even better save by Joey Hall.
Yeah, one thing we'd like to talk about, Logan, is it seems like Joey Hall likes to go fruit picking. Cherry picking, as they call it, with that amazing glove hand that he has.
Yeah.
Something that not a lot of goaltenders have in this league. Did win the best goalie in the ACCHL Stephen Russell tournament competition. One of the better players in that. Again, he hangs on to it. 14:23 left to go here in this first period. Zach Sawai alongside Logan Ward, Dalton Kelly here. It's an exciting matchup so far. Let's talk a little bit about jerseys, why not? Dalton, what can we tell so far about the Wake Forest gold and black jerseys?
So, I mean, I kind of like them. I don't know about you, but the stripes, I mean, I like it.
It's classic.
Classic.
Classic looks, as you said, go the best ways.
Definitely.
Now waiting alongside the draw. Looks like Rob Root and Hunter LaRoe. My apologies, that's Will Calkins back on that top unit. Seems like Coach Pascal is very much open to line changes throughout the game. Coach Gazzillo does not like to change his lines that much. But as we heard yesterday, Coach made a good decision to put Tyler Alfanzetti on that top unit.
Yeah.
And saw the puck go in. Ryan Kinney strips up a guy. No call will be made on that play, but a scary incident, rather. Eric Mura will now handle that puck in the back, being forechecked by Brendan Gagori with an icing call.
Aggressive play out of both teams. Seen plenty of hits in the early goings here. We talk about it often, but there might be a chance for this one to boil over. We've seen that happen in the past couple Ice Pack games, actually. At least one boiling over event where things just kind of get out of hand.
Well, I'm not sure breaking the glass was in that description there.
That just happened on an everyday play.
Yeah, let's try not to do that again. I didn't get to sleep that night until very late. My bedtime is 10 p.m. sharp. Parker Cesarek now is in the middle between Riley Johnson and Alex Robinson. A new position for them. Now skittered around the back, there's Riley Johnson with a lurking man in Rushford. Rushford with the shot, and it goes just wide of Meyer. An amazing shot out in the middle of the slot. Again, looks like that was blocked out in front by Cicchini. Now puck is body back down, battling for it. That was Seppi. Puck still in the corner with a corner battle. Looks like Seppi will not get away with the win, and Rushford will now finally settle that puck back down in the neutral zone. Riley Johnson decides to get a little bit of speed on it. Tried put a little bit of Chef Boyardee sauce on that one. Couldn't quite get it. Riley Johnson again with a beautiful stick handling move to Alex Robinson. Robo, as the team calls him, still looking for his 5th goal of the year, and Joey Hall will recollect it.
Joey Hall coming way out to try to collect that one, just passing it up. Can be really dangerous if nobody was aware of what he was trying to do there. Luckily, team aware of what was going on and able to collect that one.
Now behind the net, Parker Cesare gets bodied down. A great defensive play by Reed Anderson. Now puck is sent back out with a quick shot through traffic and a great save. Rushford with the rebound! Held on by Meyer. Almost lost that one in between his Michelin Man pillows. And he hangs on.
Meyer doing a great job in the early goings. Fantastic stoppage. Really just doing everything you really want him to. He had let up that 1 goal early, but managing to position himself well there, just in the middle of the net. Rushford's shot wasn't going anywhere.
Off the draw, Matt Costigan looks like he's going to try to win that back to Devin Halko. Has Vedetta and Alex Fong flanking him. As now Alex Vedetta couldn't get the stick on that puck, and Matt Costigan will send that puck flying back. Tyler Potts in a foot race now with Devin Halko. Joey Hall will handle that puck well. Back into the neutral zone. There goes Fong. Back behind the boards. Tyler Potts' performance so far has been a little bit unnoticeable. 2-on-1, breaking out a good save by Joey Hall in that play. Devin Halko will spring that puck ahead. There goes Matt Costigan. Costigan with good speed up the sides with a quick shot off the blocker of Cale Mayer, and he hangs on.
Meyer just did a fantastic job again on that save. Really everything that you want him to do in the early goings. His defense has not been giving him a lot of help, a lot of opportunities for this ice pack. Just not able to convert on all of them. The defense doing a good job of just making sure they don't get any of those clean looks. But this can get out of hand quickly because they don't have a lot of people out there. So fatigue could certainly set in. This game changes really quickly if that does.
Puck glanced off of Mayer right there. A huge save. Squiddered back into the defensive end. For all of the Wake Forest fans watching, we want to thank you for tuning in tonight, and also thank you for giving us name pronunciations. Huge thanks in that respect. As we now know, it is Eric Kaloof who is playing tonight on that first line. We were a little bit confused before the game. We were talking to Coach Pascal.
Yeah.
He wasn't sure himself, but now that we know, we'll be sure we'll get that right for you guys watching and make sure your listening experience is as best as possible. Alex Fong, the team's 4th line right wing tonight. Seen him a few times around. He's a really to get the puck in. Loves to do a lot of good things as well. It's good to see him in the lineup tonight as Matt Costigan now hangs on. 3rd year with the Ice Pack so far, has 3 assists on the young year. Davis Hudson with a quick backhand pass along. Puck goes out of play. At least they're in the right place for a quick line change.
Yes, absolutely. No, you see both teams with the platoon swaps, just trying to get everybody out there that they can. We've talked about Wake Forest not having enough people to get the rotations that they really want in their lines, but Ice Pack has plenty of people to spare. Everybody's abilities.
There you go. Eric Todd will now be taking the draw. Looks like Cicchini will be taking that one, and Jadala will win it. Bodies down. That was a horsepower move. Oh, my goodness. Player runs into the boards. That will be a call, but I believe that was offside. That was pretty scary right there.
A hard hit on the boards. You hate to see stuff like that happen. Injuries.
Injury bug as well. Can't get them too much more here.
Yeah, so, I mean, the defense is kind of letting them have a lot of shots, so interesting holds up at the beret that's coming at him, but there is a little bit of hope as they've had a couple pretty good opportunities of attacking.
Eric Mura with a floating saucer pass all the way over to Sam Banashevitz. Couldn't quite get that. And now the play ensues back in the Wake Forest end. Handling that one is Ben Gilbert, Matt Cicchini, alongside Cale Bebeau with a quick shot. And again, that is held on by Cale Mayer.
He's definitely going to be the thing that gives the Ice Pack the most fits in today's game. Going to be a testament to how strong this Ice Pack offense is if they can keep things going at the rate that they are. Their defense doing a good job of halting whatever Wake Forest can get going in the first 10 minutes here.
Puck now handled back in the offensive end for NC State. Eric Muir now will send that puck through I-40, 9 a.m., 5 p.m. traffic, whatever you'd like to call it. It's bad either way. And now handled back out in front, there's Andrew Adams. Eric Muir decides to body down Tyler Potts, who's handling it in the corner. Tyler Potts on the young year, I believe has 8 points. Skating through. What a power move around the back. And he goes in just through the doorstep. Joey Hall was able to somehow keep that one out. And now Sam Banashevitz will loft that puck in. A little bit of a foot race. Players are running out of gas. And now a quick change. Sending it back up. Wake Forest trying to figure out how they're going to get this one out. A beautiful behind the legs, through the legs rather, pass all the way up to Reed Anderson. Andrew Adams rather. And now there goes Kinney. Eric Todd will send that puck ahead. Ryan Kinney lost it. Kinney now back in. What a move. Joystick move through the slot. Couldn't quite get it home. But that one's going in the highlight reel for sure, Logan.
Absolutely incredible job there, just staying up despite taking several good shots there from the Wake Forest defense. Managing to stay with it and almost got a shot off, but the defense of Wake Forest standing strong right now.
Coach Pascal is scratching his head. How did that puck did not hit him in the head? We're not entirely sure here, Dalton.
Yeah.
Kinney, Merchant, Alfonzetti. Third line out for NC State. Looks like that second line out. Jennings, LaBelle, Nick Kerouac, and Brendan Gregori. Alfonzetti with a shot. Through traffic, blocked out in front. Alfonzetti is still looking to make something happen. Alfonzetti got tripped up a little bit. No call on that one. Everyone looking towards the refs. Ryan Kinney gets bodied down back out in front. Good job by Heyrdick. Corner battle ensues. Won by the NC State. Quick shot back out in front, just wide. Ryan Kinney still looking to forecheck on that one. Ellis Rushford. Ellis, I'll kill you, Rushford.
Quite an apt nickname for his play style.
38 penalty minutes on the young season so far. That's a lot of penalty minutes there, Logan.
Quite a lot.
With a foot race, Cecchini couldn't win that one against Trevor Merchant. Merchant got it away. Good possession job by him to make sure Alfonzetti could get that puck, and now he skates it ahead. A great game being played so far. NC State has done one of our annual keys of the game, something we don't talk about. Score the first goal within the first 10 minutes to gain that momentum here, Logan.
No, and they wanted to keep that momentum going. Again, doing a great job of scoring in that Georgetown one. They wanted to be able to come into this just blazing, and that was something they managed to do. But again, the Wake Forest defense has more than held their own here.
It's been a big matchup so far. 8:39 left to go here. It seems like Wake Forest has pushed back a little bit.
Yeah, definitely create some more opportunities attacking. But I think it's vital not to give up another goal because being down 2 just kind of creates more momentum for NC State.
Still waiting for the draw to take place here. A little bit of a mishandle. Joey Hall decided to launch himself out and grab that puck all the way in the middle of the ice. An amazing play by him. Parker Cesarek, Ellis Rushford, and Riley Johnson were looking to flank off that faceoff circle. Cross check behind Riley Johnson. Sort of wanted to go a little bit too fast even for himself. Pushing past his man-made limits. Puck went off the body of the ref. Alex Robinson will take control of that one as Miles Ferrone hangs on to it. Ferrone we haven't seen too much in the lineup this year, getting one of his first games of the year in. Ellis Rushford keeps that in with his skate. Ellis Rushford decides to body down a man. Save that one for the gym there, Ellis Rushford. Amazing hit by the I'll kill you man himself. But the biggest thing about Ellis is that we don't talk about a lot. Served in the Marines.
Yes.
An amazing fact that not a lot of people know about him. He is at the ripe age of 26 years old. Decided to come back to college to get his degree in nutrition science. Somebody that I see a lot, coached with him this summer with some of the Hurricanes youth players, an outstanding guy to talk to whenever you feel like it. Yeah. There goes Alex Robinson. Robinson with the juke move. Amazing fans on the shot. Hudson couldn't get the recollection play. And now the puck goes squittering behind the back into the grasp of Gil Hunter. Puck is sent flying back to Devin Halko and Davis Hudson. 7:23 left to go here in the period. Still looking to find some more action going on. A little bit of back and forth. Zach Sawaye, Logan Ward, Dalton Kelly here bringing you tonight's action on PackTV. Puck sent ahead. There goes Fong. Fong with a shot and a save by Cale Meyer. Amazing defense being played here so far, Dalton. I think the biggest thing that we've taken away is just that State hasn't had a really solid opportunity since the beginning.
Yeah, so it's very important to keep the sticks in the passing lanes, kind of break it up in front of the goal. I mean, you obviously have a great goalie in Mayer, but I mean, if you keep giving opportunities up front, you're not going to see the save. So
Costigan lost that draw. Fighting that puck back in the corner, that was Herdick. Fogg now with the quick forecheck, trying to break in that play. Good hustle by him. Couldn't quite get it away. There goes Potts. Potts with some speed. Potts looking like Sonic out in the ice, and it goes just wide. Net came off the moorings. Looks like Joey Hall will have to do his other job of putting the net back in place. Oh, nope, the ref will do it for him. Well, the teamwork, as the kids call it these days.
Hudson just went sliding into the net there. Wake Forest probably a little upset that doesn't count if you push a player into the net. No goal for them right there.
Coach Tim Healy, Coach Mike Gazzillo, and goaltending coach Alex Rossetto. Good shout out to all of them. Coach Healy will be joining us in the second intermission as well. To talk a little bit about his team's performance, give a little bit of an inside glimpse to the team there. Sam Banashevitz handles that one back to O'Rourke. O'Rourke with a shot just wide off the pad of Meyer. Cal Mayer proving why he has been the best goaltending competition for state so far this year. And now a breakout ensues. Great job there by Reed Anderson. Tyler Potts now controls the play. There they go. There's Andrew Adams. Andrew Adams back to the point for Anderson with a shot, just flittering wide with the rebound, out in front, and they score. No, saved by Joey Hall. The ref waves it off. The puck went in, but I don't think they're going to count that. The play was frozen. Looks like Rob Brute will be arguing with the ref. Words that we're not allowed to repeat here.
Very good call in favor of the Ice Pack there. Well, good call aside. Interesting call in favor of the Ice Pack there. Very controversial one. Don't exactly have the replay to go and see if it went in. Joey Hall very lucky that that one didn't count. Lost his footing there and didn't have the placement to stop that one at all.
yeah, well, that didn't go in. It's kind of up like a good opportunity and helps them out. So
The biggest thing
very
about
interesting.
this league is the fact that they don't have the option for video review here, so there's no sending it up to Toronto, as a lot of hockey fans like to call it. It's a big thing as well, icing the play.
Fans, it's your chance to win free Potbelly catering. Potbelly Sandwich Shop is teaming up with PackTV to give away $50 worth of Potbelly catering each week during the NC State hockey season. There's no minimum order to pick up your free $50 order. To enter, go to go.ncsu.edu/potbelly. That's go.ncsu.edu/potbelly.
Alfonsetti looking to take the draw, will win that against Eric Mira. Logan, you got me hungry. Thank you very much. Now sending that puck back, Joey Hall once again with the amazing save on that one.
Both teams looking very strong here. Things have slowed down a little bit since that would-be goal. Wake Forest still trying to find their footing. They're doing a good job of keeping it on the Ice Pack side of the ice right now. Ice Pack defense holding strong for the most part, though.
Puck is sent flying wide. Handling that puck back in the other end. Looks like that was Calkins. Joey Hall, well, I mean, I guess you can hang on to the puck behind the net. I've never seen that before, but hey, we learn new things every day.
He's got a very aggressive style of goalkeeping. Leaves the crease fairly often, but when it works out for him, it works.
Definitely one of those high-risk, high-rewards goaltending styles.
Yes.
That's something we've talked about a lot. Ian O'Rourke will now send that puck flying ahead. Merchant did get a little bit on it, but lost that. Decides to finish his check, but did not finish the body. Davis Hudson now back in the corner with a quick battle alongside Grigori. Lost that one. Root sends that one flying back in. Ian O'Rourke still has that puck trailing with it. Gets a little bit of sauce on that play. Back out in front in the slot. Still looking for a chance to make something happen. Ryan Kinney will now hang on to that one. We've seen the second line out a lot tonight as Alfonsetti decides to make a few beautiful moves out on the ice. Merchant picks that one up and sends it flying ahead with good speed down the middle. Tyler Alfonsetti. Alfonsetti has 7 goals on the season. Merchant had a miscue on that play, couldn't quite get it. Delay call on Wake Forest. That'll be the Pack's first power play of the night. And a horrible line change. Ryan Kinney with a shot off the side of the net. What a chance there. And the puck is lost in between the wickets. I believe that was Herdick. Back at the point, there's Seppi. Seppi's shot blocked, and the play will not be stopped just yet. Seppi will send that ahead to Rushford. Puck stolen by Cicchini. And a player will now head off for Wake Forest. We will find out in just a second what exactly that was. An elbowing call. We're not sure who just yet. Nick Karasak will be the first player to head off for the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. 2 minutes on an elbowing call. State's power plays have been doing exceptional so far. And quickly, Dalton, before this play ensues, what does Wake Forest got to do to keep State's opportunities down to a minimum?
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how their defense holds up and see how their goalie can kind of take in this shooting from the NC State.
Alex Robinson tried to find Davis Hudson, got lost in between the skates of Tyler Potts. Potts with an interception in a foot race with Ellis Rushford. Rushford defends it well, doesn't want anyone going near Joey Hall. Great defense on that play. Parker Cesarek tried to get that puck back. Stayed off to a rocky start on their first power play of the night. Need to get that puck going back in to settle things down. Ellis Rushford will skate that puck out. Transition game was an area that Coach wanted to talk a lot about, as Robinson sends that one high. And hey, Ice Pack fans get a souvenir tonight.
Always love to see that, and you know the fans love those opportunities as well. As long as they're not getting hit by the puck, I feel like they're content with it.
Kale Meyer clearing up the snow alongside his crease. Be clearing up the snow soon around my car. So will the lot of us. It's a big situation, of course. North Carolina doesn't see a lot of snow, but when we do, we're sure to cancel every single governmental building in the state.
You better believe it. You never know what could happen out there.
Riley Johnson still hangs on to that one. Still looking for a chance to send it back to Ellis Rushford. Riley Johnson hangs on to it once again. There's Parker Cesarek back to the point. Rushford still trying to find somebody. Cesarek all the way over to Hudson. Hudson with a shot, and it goes just wide. Ellis Rushford is back at the point. Once again, there's Cesarek. Cesarek, the fastest skater in the ACCHL. And there goes Robo, Alex Robinson. Parker Cesarek again. Hanging on to it, looking for some options. With a back pass to Robinson. A shot needs to get off here. Ellis Rushford still hanging up back on top. Robinson still swerving. There's Rushford. Rushford through traffic. Swallowed whole by Meyer. Johnson took a little bit of a spill in the slot.
It's like he got caught by a stick just in the skate right there. Incidental, and it looks like nothing will be called.
Ian Hutchison serving as the backup tonight. Josh Cannon taking stats for the team. Josh Cannon, of course, got the shutout against Georgetown over the weekend. It has been a big opportunity for him.
Yeah.
Eric Todd, Laith Jala, Sam Banashevitz, the top power play unit. Banashevitz not behind the net, tried to find Todd lurking in the slot, couldn't quite get it. Eric Todd handling a lot of the social media tactics for the team on Twitter so far. Big shout out to him. Laith Jala, Banashevitz, rockets one. Huge save from Meyer. We could hear the pad save from all the way up here in the PackTV broadcast booth. Ian O'Rourke now alongside the boards. Jadala back on top, filling in his position. Banashevitz behind the net. O'Rourke to Banashevitz. Quick passes, very important. O'Rourke with a wrist shot just high. Getting shots off with 5 seconds left to go here on this power play for NC State, and that's it. State now 0 for 1 on the night. Little bit of a heartbreaking power play for sure, Logan.
No, you hate to see that happen. You know they really want to get that first opportunity of the game going on. But still, they've got the momentum right now, and they've had a lot of possession in the Wake Forest side. Sooner or later, the fatigue will set in, and they'll get those opportunities they're getting right now.
There's Laith Jadala. Jadala with the goal tonight. Beautiful wraparound play. Got that one on the low glove side of Kale Meyer to begin the game. About 5 minutes in. And rushing up the ice, and there they go. There's Grigori. Grigori with a quick shot just wide. Now handling on back to that one. That was Karasak. And now Costigan. Costigan once again goes forward. Jadala took a big hit right there. His shoulder has been an issue for some time. Was out with an upper body injury just a few days ago. He seems to be fine on the bench, a little bit shaken up. Now swerving through. There they go. Again with the shot, Joey Hall. No problem for him off a shot by Grigori. He hangs on with a bucket 32 left to go here in the first period. Quickly to talk about the game so far, Dalton. This has been a fairly inactive period for Wake Forest so far.
Wake Forest, yeah, besides that one opportunity where it might have gone in, might have not, yeah, it hasn't really been much. else about that, but the power play kill was definitely a good positive for them.
Positive, momentum, all very important factors here in this game. And especially they're going to need all that they can get after not playing for 3 weeks. Zach Sawaye, Logan Ward, and Dalton Kelly here for tonight's action on PackTV. Kinney with the interception, back out in front, just wide. Trevor Merchant almost had the chance to tap that one back home on the doorstep. Davis Hudson still hanging on to that one. Hudson lofts it ahead as Tyler Alfanzetti goes in a quick battle with Tyler Potts, rather. Hellas Rushford now hangs on to that one. Rushford through traffic and another save by Cale Meyer. Meyer has made a bajillion saves tonight. Davis Hudson now sends that one behind the back. There's Merchant. Merchant trying to make a back pass. There's a boarding call. I don't think we'll see any fisticuffs. Rushford tosses that puck to himself here. 52 seconds left to go here. We're not sure if that'll be a 4-minute call. But Dalton down once again on the penalty kill. It's got to be a little bit of a momentum killer to going down another man once again.
Definitely in that short amount of time, too. It's got to be a lot on the defensive scheme that they have, and you're relying a lot on your goalie again, so we'll see how they kill it again, but it'll be interesting.
2 minutes on the power play for NC State. Once again, they are 0 for 1. Alex Robinson gets off the jump just off the faceoff. 48 seconds left to go here. State looking to make something happen so they can go into the intermission here either up by 1 or at least having good momentum heading into the second period.
Looks like there will be 2 minutes on that penalty. Going to end the period on the power play.
Penalty was to number 12. That is Dan Heirdick. Again, if we're mispronouncing these names, let us know. Robinson with a shot. Good blocker save by Meyer. There goes Riley Johnson. Riley Johnson, 15 goals on the year, second to only Sam Banashevitz. Robinson again with a shot. Meyer had a little bit of something to say there to Parker Cesarek lurking out in front. 16.9 seconds left to go here. Stayed up by 1 in the last game at the Raleigh Iceplex here in Raleigh, North Carolina for the semester.
Yeah.
Of course, the big one coming up on Monday night, the backyard brawl here. It's going to be a big game for sure. Maybe, possibly, we'll have Governor Cooper joining us on the broadcast as well. It's going to be an exciting one. Dubbed by himself the biggest Carolina Hurricanes fan in the state. We'll see about that. Alex Robinson, Riley Johnson, and Parker Cesarek still hanging on to it. There's Eric Mura. Through traffic, just wide. Ian O'Rourke. 5 seconds left to go. Riley Johnson back out in front, and it's intercepted. Great defensive play. Cesarek again, and a huge save, and the period ends. Ice Pack are up by 1 to end the period. Let's get some quick thoughts here before we head into the break, Logan.
Well, the offense for the Ice Pack definitely has still been going strong. They haven't converted on the opportunities they've gotten. But Wake Forest defense has done a decent job of holding its own here in the early goings. Ice Pack just needs to find a way to break through. Their defense has been holding strong aside from that one almost goal in the beginning.
And Dalton, it's been a highly inactive period here for the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. Do you think jet lag has been playing a little bit of a factor, haven't been playing in 3 weeks?
I mean, yeah, definitely not seeing game experience will obviously hurt you, but I think they look at this as a positive. They're only down 1. I mean, you can always come back from 1 down, so you just got to come out next period and pick up the intensity.
A slim margin here for the NC State Ice Pack, up 1-0. We're going to take a little bit of a break right here before our intermission report right here on PackTV. Pack are up by 1. We're still cold. We'll see you in a bit. Good music going on. 3 Doors Down, Kryptonite, one of my favorites from my childhood. It's good to be back. I feel youthful, feel excited. The guys do out there as well. Zach Sawaye, Logan Ward, and Dalton Kelly here for tonight's matchup so far. And we're not going to beat it around the bush. That period was kind of a lot of nothing.
Yeah.
It was a lot of back and forth. State had the only goal very early on in that period, but after that, again, as we said, a lot of back and forth. Yeah. State was not able to capitalize on their power plays.
No, they had the opportunities. They just haven't gotten anything to go so far. They're getting plenty of shots, but Meyer's done a fantastic job of just really getting in the way of anything they put forth. Their offense is getting those chances, but really converting on them is what we're going to be looking for in the second and third periods. And if they can get those going, there's no telling what could happen here.
Talk a little bit about Wake Forest as well. He's on the second line, But Grigori has had the strongest performance out of the Demon Deacons so far tonight. Has had a few shots on Joey Hall.
Yeah.
Number 18 on the ice. Might have gotten the number wrong there. But talking a little bit about Grigori, what have you seen from him and really the rest of the offense tonight?
Positive, like attacking on counterattacks. It seems like they get a lot of counters when they're breaking out. And also, I mean, he had some nice shots in that one opportunity where no goal, we don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, so obviously that is important to their scheme. So.
Wake Forest did have their closest opportunity. It was, I believe, under Joey Hall. We're not exactly sure what happened. If we'll get a replay screen, we'll show it for you, but we'll figure that out in just a second. But it seems that was Wake Forest's best opportunity of the game. State's defense, though, tonight has played fairly well without the absence of Cam Mazikowski.
Yeah. Their defense has really held up, and not having Mazikowski, that's a big loss. He's been one of the defensive leaders of that team. But having people that can fill in and the lines doing a great job of switching up, that defense holding strong is what the Ice Pack needs to win here tonight.
It's going to be a big one for sure. Really, and again, this game has been a lot about transitions.
Yeah.
In a game that there's been a lot of nothing, it's a lot about back and forth. And we see this in a lot of sports as well, and especially for all you fans that are watching tonight that might be new to the sport of hockey. Transitions is just essentially when you're going to go from your offense to your defense. It's when the hockey players are able to forecheck the puck well, take that puck away from the opposition team who's on the offense, while you're on the defense, rather, and get back on your offensive sprint. So tonight, the transition game, we're going to start talking about Wake Forest. How do you think so far tonight they've been able to quickly go from their defensive play to trying to get the puck out away from Meyer and to shove it up against Joey Hall on the other end?
So that's pretty much how they've attacked every time, and I mean, that's kind of how they've been attacked though too. So they need to kind of keep in check and make sure that they don't rely on Mayer too much, because I mean he can't take every shot in. So.
Same thing goes for the NC State Ice Pack. They've been able to fire all four lines going at all cylinders possible. V6 engine, horsepower, like a truck out there almost, doing an outstanding job. But the team has been powered not just by that top line of Jadala, Todd, and Banashevitz, but even guys in that fourth line. We saw Fong getting a few opportunities, but all in all, how has their transition game been?
Their transition game has been good for the most part. Again, the opportunities are there. They just haven't converted. They're doing a great job on offense and switching very quickly up. They've caught Wake Forest off guards a couple times. Meyer bailing them out. He really has been the story of tonight's game, done a fantastic job out there. It's really going to come down to goalie play. But they need to do a better job of getting back on defense. That one goal opportunity, Schrodinger's goal, not a goal until we really look at the replay. But aside from that, they've done a good job getting back on defense too. So if they can keep that going in the second and third periods, it should be an easy enough game for them.
It's been a battle of the goaltenders here. We're going to take a quick break right here on PackTV.
Yeah.
We're backing the pack. We're bringing you into the pack. Got to get my plosives right for this next talk here. We're going to talk a little bit about the backyard brawl.
Yeah.
Got my plosives right that time. Talk a little bit about that, what it means to the team, and what it really means to the state of North Carolina and collegiate hockey right here on PackTV. The ice is cleaner right now than really more than the streets of New York after New Year's Eve. Zach Sawaye alongside Logan Ward and Dalton Kelly here. The New Year is fast approaching.
Yes.
And it is the final game here at the Raleigh Iceplex. And what does that mean? The Governor's Cup, the Backyard Brawl, is Monday night, November 19th, as NC State takes on, of course, their most destined rival, the University of North Carolina Tar Heels. Let's talk hockey, and then we'll talk a little bit about the implications of that game as well. It's going to be a big one. The fact that UNC is still, I don't want to say struggling this year, but they're not off to the start they would want to have. Coach Volkman is a great coach, and he's overseen this team for a long time. What have you seen from UNC, and what does this game look like going forward? How does State take this momentum from tonight, carry that into Monday?
Well, we saw what they were capable of in that first backyard brawl, the one that didn't count for any points, but still they gave the Ice Pack a really good scare at the very early goings of the season. They really can beat the team. If they're just firing on all cylinders, if their offense and defense is clicking, they have the capability to catch the Ice Pack off guard. Ice Pack are having a strong season, but they definitely want to wrap up with a win, especially in PNC Arena.
Scoring 9 goals, something they want to do again, but again, as we talked about, Joey Hall has given up 5 goals in each of his last 2 starts, and he did start in that game. especially in that big environment. He seems to be rattled early and just with the nerves and everything. So what's the mental strategy for him going into that one?
Well, he's really just got to settle in earlier. He does get settled in, and we see it in those second and third periods, but especially in that first period, every single time he's been in PNC Arena so far this year, it takes him a little bit to get settled down, really find where he's going, and he does a great job once he settles in, but it takes too long to get there. If he can get that time of settling down, he can really do a great job for this IcePack team.
Attendance numbers have been slowly rising over the past 4, I believe, backyard brawls. It's been an outstanding game each and every time fans have shown up, but college hockey in North Carolina is still not that well known here, Dalton. What does this upcoming game mean, especially this is the second Governor's Cup, third, the fifth backyard brawl, one of them. But what does it mean towards the growth of college hockey in North Carolina?
I mean, obviously it'll gain support, bring out any of your children, anyone like that, and bring out the young ones. And it'll be interesting because it's a big arena, lots of fans. It'll be interesting to see. And also, if you want to donate $5, there's a $5 donation, but you don't have to. You can just show up and show your support.
Free parking as well is going to entice a lot of people there, I believe, and you can. We'll correct you if I'm wrong here, but there will be concessions sold. Beer will be sold for all you 21-plus fans. It's going to be an exciting night one for sure. NC State versus UNC Monday night at 7 p.m. puck drop. PackTV will be on the call as well. Myself and Logan will be here alongside a special guest, bringing you action at that game if you decide not to come to that game. But your support is much appreciated if you can support the guys in red and white, so be sure to come out. Puck drop is coming up next. We're going to take a break, get situated for that, and we'll see you soon. The red, black, and white come back on. Alex Rossetto takes a little bit of a spill on the bench right there. Looks like there was a banana peel on the bench. Good thing the players are eating fruits. Very important for your health. Be sure to have your 2 to 3 cups serving of fruit per day. This is turning into a life advice show here, Logan.
Absolutely. It certainly devolves into that almost every single time.
Hey, Logan Ward and Dalton Kelly here. Dalton is our special guest. Most likely will not be coming back after I talk about fruit for the umpteenth time during my broadcasting career.
Cherry picking. Cherry picking out there always.
Cherries, bananas, fruits, apples.
Good insight. I don't know what to say to that.
Squaring back up out here.
Eric Todd off the puck drop. State will start on the power play for fans just tuning in. About a minute left on that one. Zach Solaya, Logan Ward, Dalton Kelly here for PackTV tonight. Sam Banashevitz will hang on to that puck back in the corner. Ellis Rushford still surveying his options. There's Banashevitz. Rushford almost lost that puck in between his wickets, and the puck squitters back out. There's Adams with the chance to go on. But Hudson gets back just in time. Waiting on his flanks are Banashevitz and Jadala. A little bit of a wheel breakout there, one of the more common breakouts in hockey. Back. There's Banashevitz. Almost loses that one, Jadala. That one got lost in his skates. Puck is sent flying back, so the Demon Deacons could make a quick line change on that play. Banashevitz went on to swing that puck up. Hudson getting in a little bit of the action on the offense. Looking for a chance to make something happen. Back out in front. Hudson. Todd did not know he was all alone out in the slot and lost that one. Puck is sent flying back in. On the ice right now for the Demon Deacons. Looks like that is Jennings LaBelle. Alongside him are Brendan Gagori. And on defense, got a few other good guys. Looks like there is Will Calkins and Hunter LaRoe. Now handling that puck, there's LaBelle. LaBelle with a shot just wide. Looks like they hit somebody out in front. Banashevitz with that speed. There goes Sam Banashevitz for his ninth. Goes behind the net. Can't get it out to the slot. Penalty over for Wake Forest State. Now 0 for 2 on the power play for the Knights. Ian O'Rourke will now handle that puck back in his own end. There's that transition game we were talking about a little bit earlier, Logan.
Yeah, Wolfpack looking a little sloppy out there right now. on their transition game, not getting any of the passes that they really need to get those opportunities on offense. Hasn't translated yet, but they're getting the chances.
Matthew Cecchini now behind the net. Cecchini with a Nick Karosak lurking out in the middle of the slot. There's Cecchini behind the net once again. Flanking him, there's Brendan Grigori. Grigori still looking for a chance to make something happen. Grigori has been the most prolific player that we've seen tonight so far here, Dalton. What have you liked so far from the start here from the Demon Deacons? They've killed the penalty.
Yeah, so the penalty kill was obviously a positive. Wolfpack only had about 2 good opportunities out of that. And, I mean, the play so far looks like they're attacking a little bit more, so that's promising.
Alfonzetti had that puck, didn't want to go offside there, so he left that one right in the hands of Cal Bebeau.
Looked like a little bit of miscommunication there between Alfonzetti and Kenny. Had the chance there to just pass it off, but not able to get it communicated to each other in a timely manner.
Bebeau and Gilbert behind the back. Hall out in front. They lost that one. It's back out in front. Puck is squittering all around. There's the NO work once again with the clear. Bounces off the boards, deflected. Icing will be waved off. Racing Bad is team captain Rob Root. Rob Root now having a offensively prolific season, but showing great leadership, of course. Puck will not be iced back in. Davis Hudson now loses that one in between his skates. That one was a little bit scary. Puck is sent back out. Rob Root will send that one back in. Floating in, Joey Hall had no problem stopping that one. Alex Robinson, a little bit of a quiet first period. Parker Cesarek looking to repeat his performance against UNC Charlotte. Had a hat trick and an assist in that game. Robinson back out to the middle. Johnson sends it just wide. Had a chance to make something happen in the slot. Again, Devin Halko with the shot, pairing up in that top defensive pair with Davis Hudson. There's Riley Johnson. Johnson back out to Robinson. Demon Deacons are swirling. Robinson again, putting on the moves. It's a skating show here. Davis Hudson once again will send that one back out to Robinson. Robo, as the team calls him. Held in at the line, but looks like the linesman will wave it on an offside delayed. Players will send that one back in. That one was sent just wide. Johnson again in the neutral zone will send that one back up to Robinson. Two have formed an interesting pair so far.
Yeah.
Centers on this team serve more as anchors than they do actual scorers.
And we see that with Anastradov and whoever's filling in for him.
Halko with a shot, again a save by Meyer. But once again, talking a little bit about the anchors of centermen before that shot right there taken by one of the defensemen.
Anastradov and Alfonzetti, even Todd, all of them just do a great job whenever they fill in of providing those passes, doing a great job of just being the physical presence that this team needs. They've got the goal scorers, Jadala, Johnson, even Banashevitz. The three of them really need those anchors, and the anchors do a great job of giving them opportunities that they take advantage of.
Matt Costigan, Alex Vedetta, Alex Fong. Got a few Alexes on the ice so far.
Just a few.
Just a few. Just enough. But are there ever enough Alexes in the world? Probably not. With the shot just wide, there's Vedetta. Vedetta has 3 goals this year. Move him up to offense. Has 3 goals in the year. What a hit by Rushford. No call on that one. No, there will be. I'm a little bit surprised on that one, to be quite honest with you. Alice Rushford did go for the hip check, but it ended up being a little bit of a trip with the hip. Trip, hip, words rhyme. Syllables are great. Looks like Rob Root is still at the neutral zone waiting to take a face-off. But Andrew Adams alongside Eric Kaloof and Tyler Potts will hang on to that one.
Looks like nobody is going to be sent off for that hit.
Alice Rushford, a little bit high for a defenseman, sent flying out back into the bench. I think Rosetta was trying to take a puck home for his kids. I would have just handed the puck to Coach Rossetto, not really flung it with the back of my stick.
Nah, trying to get those opportunities to the coaches.
Looks like Rossetto will keep the puck. Doesn't know what to do with it.
As suggested, I suggest a pinball approach with multiple pucks on the ice. Spice it up a little.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. Waiting to take that one. We're still tracking this puck here. Looks like Tim Healy will be handing that puck back into the penalty box. No one is there to take the puck, and that is Logan Sims, the PA announcer. PackTV alumnus taking in between the boards tonight for the PA announcers. Alex Vedetta beats on a man. With a shot just out in front, Meyer makes the save. Vedetta did a great job of beating out Herdick, and Meyer will hang on. Goaltending has been strong once again to start this period, Dalton.
Yeah, so goaltending is obviously was the key we were talking about in the beginning, and it's going to keep going on because the Wolfpack seem to have a lot of opportunities, and he seems to save them all, except for that one. But.
Yeah.
That first line back out for NC State. Seppi with a shot blocked out in front. A great job right there by the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. Defense with a tip out in front. Went just back into the corner. Banashevitz with the interception. Attack triangle. He scores! Laith Jadala again. 2-0 NC State.
Jadala just with a great job. Got fed the puck in a perfect placement as he put it in the back top of the net. Can't ask for more out of them there. Meyer was doing a great job in positioning, but Jadala just beat him out again.
As the players call it, top cheddar. An amazing shot by Laith Jadala to begin the second period here. Not even 10 minutes in. Laith has been a prolific scorer. That is his 12th of the year.
Yeah.
An amazing shot from him. Kale Meyer couldn't quite find that one. And especially talking about goaltending, Dalton, I don't think that was a fault on Kale at all. I think that was just a good shot.
Yeah, you can't really blame him for that. They just broke down the defense and got an open look.
Banashevitz was trying to find Laith Jadala for the hat trick, but Jadala crashed the net a little bit too hard. That's the case sometimes. Real estate agents love to crash the savings deals on these houses quite often. It's very possible that this is a force of habit. There's Banashevitz flanking up the side. Banashevitz back out to the front. Defended well by Cecchini. Players now crashing back into the boards. There's Jadala once again. Todd decides to shoulder Cecchini back into the boards. An amazing atmosphere going on right now for the NC State Ice Pack. Sent flying back in. That was a good job by Gilbert. Third line for the Demon Deacons. O'Rourke wants to send that puck flying back ahead, but that's defended well. I believe that's either Reed Anderson. No, that was Jacob Grossman. The battle ensues alongside the boards. There's Ian O'Rourke. Puck tripped out in front. Ian O'Rourke gave a little bit of a love tap. Looks like that was on Grossman's head. A little bit of a howdy doodle. Now carried back in. There's Hansen. Hansen with Hudson now sends it ahead. Trevor pokes it ahead to nullify the icing, and now the puck squitters all the way back to Reed Anderson. Now send it flying ahead. Great transition play. There's Adams. Adams with the power move. Great job by Eric Mura. No goals on the season so far, but no question on his defense whatsoever. Again, there's been 2 goals in this game, but it's still been a lot of nothing. Zach Salwaye, Logan Ward, Dalton Kelly here for tonight's matchup. Eric Mura will now send that puck back. Davis Hudson still wanting to make something happen. Puck is iced, 12:06 left to go. It's really been a matter of can the Ice Pack play without the puck?
Yeah.
As much as they've been play with the puck. This game, as we have been talking about, has been a lot of back and forth. Dalton, what has been sort of Wake Forest's main motives tonight to really push through the second period? How much does this win mean to them going forward?
So obviously they're first in the Western Carolina standings, so that'll be important to them. But I'm interested to see how they respond with this being 2 down and giving up that late one right there with the play of Cam Meyer. So we'll see how they respond and kind of go off that.
Parker Cesarek, Devin Halko, Alex Robinson, Davis Hudson, Riley Johnson. Alongside that top unit for Wake Forest, Andrew Adams, Eric Kaloof, Tyler Potts, Rob Root, and Hunter LaRoe on the back end. Body down well by Adams. Adams once again. There's Tyler Potts. Tyler Potts kicks it with his skate. Great skating lessons, of course. Christina Yamaguchi. Figure skating like there. That's a name that hasn't been said in the Olympic ring for quite some time. Was quite famous back in my day, in my youth. Now sent flying back, there's Hunter LaRoe. Rob Root back out to the front, and Joey Hall wants to grab onto that one. Like it's his youth.
Joey Hall has just done a spectacular job tonight. Been very aggressive in that, but it's been paying off so far.
Parker Cesarek will not be taking the face-offs tonight. Lost that one. Puck is sent back with a shot. Joey Hall, I don't think he saw that one, but he got it with his blocker. Nonetheless, there's Jennings LaBelle. Puck is sent behind the net. Handling that one, that's Grigori. Now puck is sent back out. I believe Joey Hall made that save. And there goes Alex Robinson. Robinson with great speed. What a pass to Johnson. Johnson with a shot. It goes just high. Devin Halko will now send that puck flying back, expecting Robinson to get alongside that one. He couldn't quite get to that puck. Now handling that one, there's Grigori. Grigori with a good pass, intercepted by Robinson. Robinson again with the pass to Cesarek, creates a 3-on-2. Cesarek with a shot, gloved down by Meyer, and he hangs on. Fans, it's your chance to win free Potbelly catering. Potbelly Sandwich Shop is teaming up with PackTV to give away $50 worth of Potbelly catering each week during the NC State hockey season. The best part, there's no minimum to pick up your free $50 order. So to enter this, go to go.ncsu.edu/potbelly. And again, that's go.ncsu.edu/potbelly. Puck sent back out to the slot, couldn't hang on to that one. Vedetta tried to get a shot back out in the middle. There's Ellis Rushford. Rushford will send that one back ahead. Vedetta lost that one. Alex Vedetta still hanging on to that one, looking for his 4th of the year. Fong will send that one ahead. Pack looking to go 13-0 on the year, continue their powerhouse rankings as already number 6 in the Southeast Division standings. There's Cecchini. Cecchini to the front, defended well by Costigan. A great chance back out in front. I believe that was Gilbert. Puck sent back out. Joey Hall with a good pad save. Cecchini and Seppi alongside the boards in a corner battle. Puck is sent flying wide. And there's Alice Rushford. Alice Rushford trying to find a man in Alex Fong, and puck is sent all the way back into the neutral zone. Tim Healy disappointed in a non-call. And the play is frozen with 9:54 left to go here. 2-0 Pack lead. But all in all, the shot count has actually been held to a minimum. There's been a quantity of shots, but not necessarily a quality of shots.
Yeah. No, these teams are trying to take every chance that they can get. And that doesn't always mean they get the best shots, but both goalies have done a pretty good job of nullifying any opportunities that these two get. Defenses have done a good job of really stifling the offenses too.
Lucas Hansen will be going off into the penalty box. I'm not exactly sure why, but it'll be a 2-minute minor. State will be on the power play once again, 0 for 2 so far tonight. Something that Tim Healy wants to improve as the special teams head coach. Once again, Wake Forest on the penalty kill here, Dalton. What do they got to do?
They got to keep it tight again in front of the goal. Make sure they cut out the passing lanes, and anytime they get a chance to clear it, obviously you want to clear it, but you got to rely on the goalie again.
Swallowed early. Talk a little bit about goaltending masks so far. Joey Hall, of course, has the bricks for NC State. A little bit of his own personal flair with some Rick and Morty designs. And of course, I believe he has Joey Hall written on it. I got to see the helmet up close just a few short weeks ago. Sam Benishevitz hang on to it. Jadala lost it. Puck is sent back out. Tyler Potts cleared it. I saw Joey Hall's helmet a while ago. Beautiful up in person, but it smelled like sweat. Ian O'Rourke now charging that puck back ahead. Great job by him. Lost. There's Eric Mira. Mira with Todd trailing. Todd to the front. What a save by Cale Meyer. Looks like that one was going right off the blocker as Sam Banashevitz tried to hang on to it. Banashevitz looking to continue his 11-game goal streak. 10 games. He scored a lot of goals this year, folks. It's hard to keep up sometimes. Puck is sent flying back out. Eric Mira keeps that one in at the point. Jadala fans on the pass and loses that one. Looks like stick is broken for Laith Jadala. There goes $200. Eric Mira goes back in the corner.
Joey Hall far out of the net. Fortunate that Wake Forest didn't come away with the puck right there. Would have been an easy opportunity for a goal.
Jadala for the hat trick, and it goes just wide. Great defense played once again by Calkins. Ian O'Rourke hangs it in at the point. An amazing play. 2-on-1 if Wake Forest hurries, carrying it up. There's Adams. Again, with the classic look on their jerseys, have laces alongside the neck collar. Not something you see very often with a lot of these teams. State just has the V-neck. Ian O'Rourke surveys his options. Like a contractor going to build a new house. A good survey is what the team needs to be able to make something happen. Ryan Kinney. Alpenzetti, Hudson, Merchant, Rusher back at the point calling for a pass. Defended well. Defended well. Looks like that was Hunter LaRoe. LaRoe against Kinney. Back to the front of the net, into the doorstep. Helmet comes off. I wish I could commentate on what Kinney is saying, but I don't want to lose my job here. I like making money.
Looks like no hard feelings there. Meyer came up and tapped Kinney on the back of the helmet. Looked like just a little bit of an incidental, unfortunate contact there. Knocked him into him. Don't think there was any intention there at all.
Looking to Coach Gazzillo for something. I'm not exactly sure what. Might be a play call. Penalty now over for the Demon Deacons. They're aligning all 5 players in a straight line alongside the back. They know the Ice Pack want to crash the net, so they want to build a great brick wall of China. Just about. There's Hudson. Hudson back to the point. That one looked like it went in for a second right there. A great save by Cale Meyer. Trevor Merchant hanging that one back in the corner with a good drop pass to Tyler Alpenzetti. Ryan Kinney trying to make a juke move and it blocked out in front well. Looks like that one was Reed Anderson. Davis Hudson. Hudson now sent flying back. There's Alpenzetti. Alpenzetti over to Ellis Rushford. Rushford with a backhander back out all the way behind the net. Cale Meyer. Once again, the Demon Deacons playing solid defense, but are not able to get anything going on the offense.
Yeah, so I mean, obviously the 3 penalty kills, big positive for them, but they got to transition better. They're not getting out, finding passing lanes once they get the puck back on defense.
That's something Coach Pascal will want to improve on heading into the 3rd and final period. A 2-goal lead is the most dangerous lead in hockey, as many hockey fans do know. There's no doubt about it, though. Wake Forest does have the firepower, but they are definitely missing their top scorer in Andrew Gerbhardt. A lot of players are out due to flu-like symptoms right now.
Especially considering how many defensemen they're really missing. This has been a good performance from their defense.
Joey Hall putting on a show here, looking for his 2nd shutout of the season. I believe his 2nd shutout of his career. Talking to Coach Gazzillo a little bit yesterday at Over the Boards, a show that I get the chance to sit down with Coach Gazzillo for about 30 minutes to talk about life, talk about love, feelings, a little bit of a therapy session for myself. Coach Gazzillo turns out a giant, and we here don't understand why. Alex Robinson is back in the corner once again. Parker Cesaric couldn't find that one off the draw. Robinson now will send that one back ahead. Through the zone. Cesaric with a shot just wide. Once again, Cale Meyer has had a good job at tracking the puck, but that looked like it was about to go in. Given up 2 on the night so far, but easily could be the first star of tonight with his performance. The Ice Pack's offense is the most daunting, now being ranked ahead of powerhouse, the University of Virginia Cavaliers. Now sent back out, Johnson off the blocker. I believe Meyer got a piece of that. Devin Halko, some good stick handling right there. And now we'll fly that one back up with some good speed. Halko, back up. With the shot back out in front, great shot. Believe that was Vedetta. Vedetta once again trying to find and make something happen. Tripped out in front, that was Hunter LaRoe chipping up Vedetta. Play a stop with 5:53 left to go here.
Yeah, and a theme that I've seen here so far, Meyer lets up 2 goals in the very early goings of both periods, but after that, really just as a rock in net for this Wake Forest team. He got it.
Matt Koskin will lose that draw. Great job once again by Will Calkins. Calkins now behind the net with that top unit out for Coach Pascal. Tyler Potts alongside Eric Kaloof and Andrew Adams. And that play, Eric Muro will head to the box. That's a tripping call. Costigan now with the board. A little bit of a cross check on Tyler Potts. No fighting will ensue. Put down your popcorn for a second, ladies and gentlemen. There's nothing going to be interesting happening here. Just an NC State Ice Pack player going off to the box for the first time tonight. That'll be Eric Mura. Matt Costigan is not sure why Eric is going off. Give a little bit of a love tap there. State will have to deal now with their first penalty kill of the night. Have been really at the advantage all night. Could this be a turning point for Wake Forest if they capitalize?
I think they should. They kind of need to capitalize. They haven't had much of attack, and if they can get a goal here, it'd give them a lot of hope, and it could be a real big positive going into the third.
Tyler Alfonzetti with the great win, and puck is cleared back out once again. Trevor Merchant now will trail that puck. Looks like he's trailing one of the Demon Deacons players. Now is sent flying all the way back up. Andrew Adams will now handle that one. Adams, very tall player, very great speed, works around the corners on this first power play of the night. Now puck is sent flying back out. There's Adams. Adams with the shot just wide. Tyler Potts will hang on to it. Assistant captain for the Wake Forest Demon Deacons.
Great job keeping possession there. Very tough defense from this Ice Pack.
Ellis Rushford, great resilience back in the corner. Puck is sent flying all the way over. Rob Root will now puck handle that one. Tyler Potts can't hang on to that one. Great job by Ian O'Rourke with the stick left. Springboards Alfonzetti. Alfonzetti with some great speed. Got a little bit of a turbo boost in GTA 5. Now hanging on to it. Tyler Alfonzetti gets tripped up. Gazzillo now doesn't know why he's getting a non-call. Looked about just as confused as when his New York Giants keep on losing. There goes Andrew Adams, still handling through the puck. Coach, I promise you, I love you. Please don't worry about it. I know you're going to get at me later about this. Now Ellis Rushford now send that puck flying back in. Back in the corner, Wake Forest still doing a great job on the power play. Puck is now set back in front, and a player goes in left and right. Fisticuffs all over the boards, and now we finally have something exciting to comment on.
O'Rourke just wrestling him to the ground there, trying to prevent more action in the fight there. Looks like Joey Hall actually took a skate directly to the helmet. Looked really troublesome. Got knocked down by a State player in response to him getting hit. Took a skate right to the middle of his helmet there.
Coach Rosetto sitting right next to Ian Hutchison, looking to see if there's going to be a goaltending change for Joey Hall to get a quick rest in. Looks like he's a little bit of physical agony. I can't hear the chant going on right here by the fans. We hope it's PG.
Can never really tell, though.
It's a loud and rowdy crowd for sure. NC State fans are among the most lethal in the ACCHL.
Again, going back to what Coach Pascal said, it really just, he talks about the intensity that this Raleigh Iceplex brings to his team, not just the Ice Pack, but also to the Demon Deacons, because they are not used to having such a big crowd. So it looks like a player will be sent off for both teams here. Rushford sitting in the box.
It was a sticky situation out in the front of the net. A lot of players got in the bundle back out in front.
Seems about right that Rushford will be serving his up to his 40th minute in the penalty box.
Good golly, Miss Molly. Now handled back out in front. Puck is shot just wide. Great job there by Karasak. Body down once again. They're pointing at Halko. Looks like State will be going down a man, 5-on-4. Eric Mura was still sitting out. 5-on-3.
Yeah.
My goodness. It's the end of the semester. I'm passing math. Don't worry about it. Devin Halko still heads off. A little bit of a frustrating call. The referees don't quite know what to do with that one.
Looked like just hard hits from both teams there. Referees making a decision and sticking to it.
Parker Cesarek will win that draw. Tries to get a little bit of a stick on it. Refs, everyone wanted to call. Refs would not call anything. Puck is now handled back at the point. Handling it, there's Karasak. There they go, there's Anderson. Anderson back over with a shot by Herdick. There's a little bit of a slap pass. Back on a tip down in front. A huge save by Joey Hall. Joey Hall is now flopping around like a fish. Now handling it back. There's Herdick. Back at the point. With a quick shot. Again, a save. Player comes back on for the Ice Pack. A minute 30 left to go on the penalty kill before we see Devin Halko come back on. Puck is now back out in front. Joey Hall makes a save. Wow. Karasak ran into his helmet. Hang on to that one for dear life.
Hall just doing a great job of curling up into a protective ball around it. Good job by him making sure that nothing goes into the net. Again, we talk about that high-risk, high-reward mentality that he's got and that play style.
I definitely feel that Wake Forest needed to take advantage of this long power play they've had. It's kind of a letdown that they didn't get the 5-on-3, but the 5-on-4 is still there, and they need to definitely try and at least get one back right now.
Puck is sent back out by Eric Todd. It looks like there's a laser mark on our PA announcer, Logan Sims. I think everyone wants to get a souvenir over on that bench side over there. I'm not surprised. Coach Rosetto almost had a puck. Tim Healy had that puck earlier, decided to give it back. Heartbreaking. Tyler Alfonsetti will lose that draw on the penalty kill. Handle back there's Herdick. Herdick tried to get that pass over from Adams. Couldn't quite get it. Puck is sent squittering back out. Eric Todd now through the middle. Puck is sent flying around the boards. Joey Hall was directing his team. Eric Mira is now back alongside the boards. Tyler Potts will win that battle. Herdick now. Herdick back to Potts. Tyler Potts was a familiar foe that many Ice Pack fans remember from last year in the ACCHL tournament. Now sent back there's Hunter LaRoe. Potts over with a shot again, a huge save by Joey Hall. No more words needed on that one.
Mura lost his stick and just resorted to swinging there on defense. Taking a player down to the ice, it looks like he'll be coming out yet again. Can't do what he was doing out there. Got a player in a headlock and just dropped him to the ice.
I can't tell if Coach Gazzillo is smiling or that's just his mustache. It's one or the other. Nonetheless, he cannot be happy about these penalties that are being taken. Team will be on the penalty kill until the end of the period unless the Ice Pack do give up a penalty kill power play. Special teams, goals against, one or the other.
This has essentially been a period-long penalty kill for the Ice Pack. Been down a player for the majority of it.
Held on to that one. Back out in front. Great play there by Johnson. Johnson, he's got wheels. Riley Johnson moving in. Power move to the front. Can't get the shot off. Amazing job there by Johnson. No call on that with a great breakaway for him.
Fantastic breakaway, but even better defense out of the Demon Deacons. Good job by them of standing tall against one of the better offensive players for this Ice Pack team.
Riley Johnson with some great defense. Adams working his way in with that big, lanky body. Puck is sent all the way back out. There's Herdick. Fans on the shot. There's Adams once again. Player comes back on. That's Devin Halko. Hanging back at the point, there's LaRoe. LaRoe back with a quick shot just out in front. Just through the doorstep of Joey Hall's range of motion. There's LaRoe once again. Adams lurking. Adams still looking to get a shot off. Sends it just off the boards.
Good try to tip in there. Just a little bit too wide to the left.
Now still hanging on to it. There's Herdick. Herdick with a bomb through traffic. And it's blocked. But $1:24 left to go here in the period. Pack looking like to be in trouble. Setting up a box formation penalty kill. Sent back. Again with the shot. Joey Hall with the save with the rebound. Still puck is out in front. And Joey Hall will hang on. Fans are loud. They love their starting goaltender here tonight.
That intensity just showing through. I believe it's gotten even more packed as the night has gone on. It looks like there's very little standing room left around the boards.
Are getting away from the cold outside to just get to the cold on the inside. So that's that's on them if they go home sick. But going back into the play again with the shot, Joey Hall. Well, analysis.
And the crowd goes wild.
There.
Basic save right there, just doing what he does best. Save coming out of the crease really to make those plays happen.
Again, an amazing job by Joey Hall, making saves that should be easy, relatively pretty. And they're going to get somebody on a cross check. Tyler Fanzetti looked frustrated and looks like it'll be heading off. Nick Karosak. That will end so far for the Demon Deacons.
Again, just a really long opportunity for them there. Ice Pack doing their best to ice it. Nothing doing there.
Yeah, so it's kind of a letdown that they had pretty much a whole period full of power plays and couldn't find anything. I mean, they had pretty good opportunities. You just couldn't get it past Hall. He made some pretty great saves.
Yeah.
We got some 4-on-4 hockey, usually pretty fun if they play hockey. About 50 seconds left here. Sam Banashevitz and Alice Rushford hanging in at the point. Now puck is carried back out. Heading that one ahead, there's Grigori. Grigori has been offensively prolific tonight. Most of their chances have been coming from him. There's Sam Banashevitz. Puck is sent flying back out. Great chance by him. Banashevitz lost that one. Puck is sent flying high. 32.9 seconds left. Sam Banashevitz opting to grow the beard out for No Shave November. Good for him. Gazillo opting to go with Movember. Good for him as well. But once again, 32.9 seconds left. Power play now for State. That's it.
Looks like the Ice Pack are really just going to try to essentially wait this clock out. Still going to try to make an opportunity here, but they're perfectly content to go into the third period up 2-0.
Todd Fans on a pass. Puck is sent flying back out. Joey Hall hanging on to that one. Looks like State will start the third period once again on a power play. Started the second period on a power play. Nothing came of it. Puck is sent flying back out, and that'll do it. Joey Hall will grab his water and head off. Again, even though it seemed like a lot happened in that period, it was uneventful in the score sheet, which is sadly the most important thing that matters.
It was really similar to the first period in the fact that there was a score within those first 10 minutes, but then really quiet after that. Wake Forest not able to get anything going in the Ice Pack, making the most of the limited opportunities to score that they've had. Meyer again being that star for this Wake Forest team, but the Ice Pack go into the third period on top.
What happened with Wake Forest there?
So they had great goaltender play besides that one goal, of course, but the defense kept up, but they just couldn't take advantage of those power plays, and they kind of needed that. They're going to have to come back from a 2-0 deficit in the third.
Well, this is a good time to go to commercial because the fans here are trying to start the wave, and we do not endorse that here at PackTV. We're going to take a quick break here, come back with some intermission reports. Some of us talking, some of Coach Healy talking with Logan Ward right here on PackTV.
Welcome back to PackTV. I'm Logan Ward here with assistant coach Tim Healy. Coach, good game so far, up 2-0. Strong play out of Cal Meyer, though, in net for the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. How do you really counter that with your offense?
Well, he squares on the puck well, especially if it's in its chest. He really absorbs rebounds well. So we kind of got to get it out of those areas, the spots where you end up leaving rebounds around, blocker, pads, and then crash the net on those. And we've also put a lot of shots wide that have almost turned into breakout passes the other way. So we got to make sure we're getting all of our chances on net too, and more traffic in front.
Absolutely. Up 2-0, though, getting those 2 goals in. What's the strategy going into the third period, and what have you liked so far out of your team?
I've liked our D zone. I've liked our back checking. We've been back checking through the house. They've had some good opportunities, and our guys are going all the way. You know, you look at Fong, had a great back check there late in the period. Big strategy going forward right now is we got a minute left on this power play. It just felt like we were down a man for eternity. So if we can come off of killing those off, get this power play goal, that's a huge momentum swing. And our power play hasn't been that great tonight. It hasn't been as crisp as it normally is. So if we can come out crisp, make some adjustments, get a goal here, I'll take our chances.
Absolutely. The Plex next game is in PNC Arena. What does it mean to close out in here with a win team?
Fun because it's nice and it's different. It's the big stage, but this is our home. And you know, this place, if you haven't been out here to a game, it gets pretty rowdy. It's packed. You know, they're 3-4 deep around the boards. It's a great atmosphere, and it's really probably the best home atmosphere in the ACCHL. And so we want to close it out in style for 2018.
Absolutely. We'll see in the third period if they can do that. We'll be right back here on PackTV.
Go Pack.
Another cold night here at the Raleigh Iceplex here in Raleigh, North Carolina. Zach Sawai alongside Logan Ward and Dalton Kelly. I need longer socks. Anyway, back to the main story is that, again, a period where not a lot happened. A lot more penalties, some unnecessary, some that we're not entirely sure what happened, but all in all, again, and we said this every single time we broadcasted, this game has been a story of special teams.
Absolutely, and we've seen it. The transitions have been really important to both of these teams. The majority of the opportunities they're getting coming out on those fast breaks and transition. But both defenses have, for the most part, done a good job. State's goal is coming on really just methodical approaches to the net where they crash and just find the open spot. Jadala doing a fantastic job both times of just finding the open zone, hitting the back top of the net on that second goal, and in the first one, just getting it right past his skate. So that's really where State has gotten their points. But they really, both teams have just been pretty even on the transition game so far.
Laith Jala, of course, has 2 goals tonight, and of course is fitting Coach Gazillo's system perfectly in terms of great speed and great job at crashing the net.
Yeah.
Ice Pack fans may remember from last year, that wasn't always the case. Trying to get those shots in from the perimeter didn't always work, but tonight, Wake Forest has been doing a good job of countering NC State's offense, but at the same time, they haven't been able to generate much.
Yeah, so they've only had those few opportunities on the power plays, but you can't rely on those, and they kind of needed to capitalize because going down into the period or third period 2-0 is kind of a negative, but they haven't really shown much offensive presence, so we'll see how they change up their game plan.
The biggest thing, of course, is the fact that the State will be on the power play to start the third period, just like they were able to start the second period on the power play. What do they got to do? They got to crash the net, survey their options, shoot from the perimeter. What's got to go on this one, Logan?
They've just got to find a way to make it work. Any of those options, whatever works, they've got to find it, and they've got a minute to do so. Coach Healy talked about how they've been on the defensive for what seemed like forever, and because it was. They were constantly a man down, but they've got the opportunity to bring it back to Wake Forest right now with a minute remaining. If they can get a goal, they might put this one away.
If they get another goal, do you think Wake Forest does have another chance to come back from this one? Or do they find themselves down a hole in which they are looking at their 3rd loss of the year?
So from what I've seen on their offense, if they go down another goal, I don't really think that they could come back, but the first minute is going to be key for them for sure, and seeing how they can kill the power play.
Setting the tempo early is going to be important. Brendan Grigori looks to really spark the offense here for the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. Cal Meyer still going to be in the net for the Deacons as well, the guys in the black and gold. It's going to be a big period coming up. The tempo is going to be set early. We're going to be on the call for you guys shortly. We're going to take a break here and be back with Puck Drop for the 3rd period right here on PackTV. It's 11:08 now here on the East Coast. To our dozens of fans watching on the West Coast tonight, I want to give a special shout out to you if you are indeed watching. Don't know why, but good to know. Zach Sawai here alongside Logan Ward, Dalton Kelly here for PackTV, bringing you into tonight's action. Stayed up 2-0 here to lead in the 3rd period. Going to come out on the power play. One of the bigger events here so far in tonight's game. This play has been dictated a lot of back and forth action. And Logan, we talked a little bit to Coach Healy about that during the 2nd intermission. Dalton as well, we talked a little bit about Wake Forest and what they need to do on this very crucial penalty kill to start off the period. They have 59 seconds, and if they get scored on, well, yes, if they get scored on, momentum will change definitely,
Yeah.
Dalton.
So, I mean, if they get scored on, obviously a 3-0 deficit is very hard to come back from, but just that penalty kill from what their offensive stance has been so far, that penalty kill is very important to how the rest of the game will go.
Road ahead for Wake Forest. It's not that easy at all, ladies and gentlemen. This is actually their last game of the semester. They're facing a familiar foe in West Virginia shortly after the break. Seems like that'll be back at the Annex, back to where our Wake Forest fans are watching. Once again, we want to thank you for tuning in tonight to PackTV to watch whoever you're supporting tonight play, the Demon Deacons, the NC State Ice Pack, whoever it may be. Zach Sawai here for PackTV alongside Logan Ward and Dalton Kelly. trust me, besides our fruit references, we think we do a fairly good job of covering games and everything like that. So we do want to thank you for everything that, for just watching us tonight. And we couldn't really do this without our crew as well. Special shout out to them, our directors, camera people, our article writers, everything like that. Just got a positive thumbs up from him in the background as well. So I think that works. Sam Banashevitz, Leith Jadala, and Tyler Alfanzetti. Looks like they aligned the face-off dot here. A quick huddle for Coach Pascal at the bench. 20 minutes set on the clock here. 59 seconds left to go on the penalty.
Coming down to the wire here. Wake Forest needs to find a way to step up. Down 2-0 is not insurmountable. They've just got to find a way to get goals here against an Ice Pack defense that's held strong so far. Joey Hall and crew have done a fantastic job deflecting most everything.
Yeah, so obviously what we've been talking about this whole intermission, the power play is very essential to what happens in the rest of this period. They've done an excellent job in the past power plays of killing it, but we'll see how they open up. Obviously the coach came out with a game plan, so see how well it works.
Game plans do change. So we learn very often. Life throws you curveballs.
Or in this case, curve pucks.
Ha! Off the face-off drop, Sam Banashevitz almost took that one. Joke was almost as good as mine there, Logan. Looks like the play will be stopped on an icing call. 19:54 left to go here. 53 seconds left to go on the penalty. Face-off will come just outside of the offensive zone. Tyler Alfanzetti now on the top power play unit. This is something that Coach Gazzillo did, I believe, on the Delaware game last week. This is what he talked to me about yesterday.
That paid off definitely with him getting that game-winning goal in the final 9 seconds.
Ellis Rushford sends it over to Hudson. Hudson at the top. Hudson with a shot through traffic, blocked out well there by Tyler Potts. Potts wearing the letter A proudly on his sweater. There's Sam Banashevitz. Banashevitz surveying his options once again. Jadala to the front. Will he get the hat trick? Not quite yet. Again with the save. And that's a hand pass and he scores! Leith Jadala looks like he's rowing his boat. Hats flying everywhere, ladies and gentlemen. Hat trick for Leith Jadala.
Second one we've seen out here at the Iceplex. Fantastic player, one of those key players that we've talked about all season long. Team just isn't the same when he's not playing, and he provides so much opportunities to score for this team.
On the power play as well, and this is one thing we did talk about, Dalton. This is going to set Wake Forest back just a little bit. Now it's going to be a mental game here.
Yeah, they're definitely going to have to push forward and try and send their defenders up to attack. They just got to get something going early, otherwise they're going to start losing hope.
That's a new chant, ladies and gentlemen, one I haven't heard before.
Sounds as though the fans are telling the goalie that it's all his fault. Meyer would probably disagree at this point.
We're awaiting the official word on the assists here. We're probably going to get those after the game. The in-audio, the in-arena microphones are a little bit on the quiet side from the booth in between the boards. Usually Wade Minter is in the booth just to the right of the corner on your screen, wherever the camera is. But it's mainly towards the lobby as well. Nonetheless, a lot of things go into the making of these games, and a lot of the players are grateful for it. Puck is intercepted strong. Eric Muir will clear that puck in, bodies him down. Back in the corner, gets in a little bit of a fist fight there. That was Grigori. There's Leroux. Wolfpack chances are rising. That puck went off the mesh. No souvenirs for anybody tonight. Fans have slowly trickled out here. Nonetheless, there's still a very good show out here. Playing some old-time classic songs.
Strong showing by the fans. They always show out here at the Raleigh Iceplex. Just a fantastic environment to be here for if you're a player for this Ice Pack, or really on other teams as well. Always make the game a little bit more exciting.
Riley Johnson takes it away with a shot. Almost went through the 5-hole for Meyer. There's Robinson. Robinson sends it back out. Banana peel on the ice there for Ian O'Rourke. Puck is sent flying back out into the bench.
Bench has seen a lot of action out there tonight. Whew, plenty of flying pucks.
Absolutely. Still waiting for the draw to happen here. Wake Forest seems to be sending out their second defensive pair and their third offensive unit. Matt Cicchini in the middle. Some of the coaches do fare a lot for the line changes. Joey Hall back in his own end, so making things happen. Back out in front. The net comes off. No. Well, I'm actually not exactly. That might be a charging call there. That'll be a charging call on Cal Bebeau. 2 minutes in the box. State is now 1 for 3 on the power play for the night, Logan.
They have to convert a little bit better on that. Finally getting that opportunity on the third attempt. But you know they want to see more out of their team.
Waiting to take that face-off top. There's Robinson. Robinson couldn't get that one just off the blocker there. There's Sarek. Sarek now behind the net. Another deadly penalty kill for Wake Forest. Another one here, and it's lights out for the Pack. There's O'Rourke. O'Rourke through traffic, sends it just wide. Tried to body it in off of Calkins, couldn't quite get it. And there's Robinson once again. Robinson slowly hanging on to it. There's Johnson. Riley Johnson again, shot, score! Top shelf for Riley Johnson. 4-0 NC State.
Fantastic showing from this offense. Really just piling on. Doubling their scoring total here in the third period. We're not even through 3 minutes yet.
Holy moly. The only words I can have here. But Dalton, what's going on right now with Meyer?
Yeah, so, I mean, they're breaking down defensively, definitely, letting them get pretty open shots right in front of goal, but he doesn't seem as he was in the first and second period.
Matt Koskinen waiting to take the face-off dot. Fans are excited here, the ones that are remaining. It's been an exciting one to watch. On the power play for NC State. Their special teams have been something else tonight. Joey Hall looking sharp in the net. DeCosta for his first of the year with a backhand shot back out in front. Puck is in the middle. The puck went in, but the ref is going to wave it off. And now we got some fights. Alex Vedetta lays an uppercut. And wow, fans are excited.
Some rough fighting right there.
Yeah, Alex Vedetta came up right there. Was on the ground, came up, punched the dude, and then got on top of him, laid back on the ice.
Tough physical play. Part of the game. See a lot of that happen. Tension's really just boiling over. You have to imagine Wake Forest is frustrated now with what's happening. It's like the goalie is redoing his helmet and gloves. Took plenty of hits down there in that fray.
Net came completely off. Even the pegs. Players are now awaiting action. Looks like we got a guy in the box. Can't quite see who it is at the moment. We'll find out shortly. Vedetta going in. There's Matt Costigan in the box.
No, just a tough play there in general. A lot of players at fault there.
Yeah.
A lot of swings happening right in front of the Wake Forest net. Again, seeing a lot of hits happen on Meyer there. Everyone just kind of circled around, and that's what happened down there.
Again, we're seeing a lot of open opportunities in front of the goal, in front of the net. That's kind of how that, whatever happened there, started.
Yeah. Trying to get the most of those opportunities. The Ice Pack have done a good job. They've been very aggressive here in this early goings of this third period. You have to imagine that they're going to keep gunning right now.
Yeah, they seem to be outplaying Wake Forest in this third period, for sure.
Coach Gazillo trying to figure out what exactly is going on penalty-wise. Ice Pack players now align the ice. Tyler Alfonsetti, Brendan Seppi, Ellis Rushford, and Trevor Merchant now on for the penalty kill here. Rob Root is awaiting at the top side. An open man. He crashed the net. Didn't receive the pass. Back out in front. Rushford now in a battle out in the front of the net. A little bit of pushing and shoving. Good pass right there. Trevor Merchant sends that one out. No, it stays in. Rob Root now will send that one back over to Herdick. There they go. Back out into the middle. A pass out to no one. All eyes are on Ellis Rushford. There's a little bit of a middle school fiasco back in the front of the net, as the kids call it these days. Back now behind the net, there's Herdick waiting to make a springboard pass, and he will do so, but a little bit of back and forth. That was with Adams. And there goes Rob Root. Rob Root sends it up. Couldn't quite get a stick on it. That was Grigori. Alfonsetti loses that one. 7 goals on the year for Alfonsetti. Looks for his 8th tonight. Adams to the front with a power move off the post and slides into Joey Hall, making sure he's okay.
Again, with that incidental contact on the goalie. No ill intentions there.
I don't believe there will be a penalty on that one as Adam goes to take the face-off.
Hall shaking his hand a little bit coming out of there.
The last time the play was stopped, it was at 17-17. And now the play is stopped at 16-16. Cool. Eric Todd's still awaiting the word on the face-offs here. Looks like we have a player going off. I believe that's Grigori, and if so, that is a huge loss for the Demon Deacons.
Yeah, I mean, he's one of their better attackers, and they're already without their leading goal scorer this season, so it will be interesting to see down 4-0 what they do now. Of course, if they can convert on this power play, it might be a whole different game, but
A whole different game. We'll be looking forward here to see Eric Todd with a good clear from the defensive end. Meyer will come up to handle that one. Interesting thing about the Demon Deacons, they have no names in the back of their sweaters. Some do, like Matt Cicchini and Rob Root, and others don't. Davis Hudson now will work at it. Couldn't get the clear on that play. Puck is now sent behind the net with a beautiful backhand pass. No one there in the slot to capitalize. Puck goes into the mesh.
Seems to be a common thing with the Wake Forest attack. Getting those opportunities open, Joey Hall sliding out in front, giving open shots, but nobody there to capitalize for the Demon Deacons.
Still waiting to take the faceoff shot. Leith Jadala stands there with a hat trick tonight. No hats were thrown on the ice. Good reason.
Saw several flying up in the air, though. Celebrate that.
Yeah, I don't think the Zamboni drivers are paid to pick up hats off the ice. I mean, if they are, sign me up because I need some money. Going back into the play here. About 8 seconds left to go on the penalty kill to Matt Costigan. 15:34 left to go here. We're sending out a Twitter poll momentarily here to talk about who will be our player of the game, but most likely it'll be Leith Jadala. But we're looking to see what you all have to say about the game. So tweet us at Into the Pack. Who should be the Wolfpack Outfitters player of the game? You'll find out. Alex Robinson couldn't get that forecheck in right there. Banashevitz with the forecheck does a great job. Robinson now with the shot, just hits the boards, goes flying wide. Leith Jadala, 13 goals now on the year. Robinson lost it. Banashevitz with the battle. Good job from him. There's Jadala, now sends it back out. There's Devin Halko. Halko will now hang on to it. Sends it just around the boards. Back behind the net, again, that was lost. Checking on that play, there was Karasak. Carrying through the middle, there's Karasak once again. Karasak with a good save there by Hall with the rebound off his backhand. Goes just over the net. Sam Banashevitz now with the pass out to the middle. There's Leith Jadala. He has been terrorizing tonight. Jadala with the power move and his shot goes just high. Great job from him. There's Davis Hudson back around the net. Looking for Banashevitz. Sends it to the front. Again off, I believe that was the paddle of Meyer. And now it is squittered back out. Banashevitz, and there will be a call on him. One of his first penalties of the year. He'll be sent off, looking down in frustration.
Banashevitz been rather quiet, actually, tonight out there. Not a lot of action, but definitely his veteran leadership been felt. Making plays, especially in transition, just poking it away and trying to get his teammates in prime opportunities. Has done a great job assisting Jadala in that hat trick, though.
Here's another power play for Wake Forest here, Dalton. What are some keys here?
I think that of course, you got to start somewhere. So getting one goal early in this power play could give them a little momentum that they might need, but
Tyler Potts with the good stick handle sends it back to Rob Root. Tyler Potts, the ref is not on their team. There goes Tyler Potts once again. Back out to the point with a shot through traffic. Great block by the ACC Scholar of the Year. Tyler Alfonsetti loses that. Can't quite get it. Battle again. There's Herdick. Herdick again with a shot tipped out in front, just wide. Tyler Potts will now go to collect it.
Potts seems to specialize in that physical play, doing a great job of managing the puck whenever he does take a shot.
Players piling on top of each other, a dog pile out there. Eric Muir now controlling the puck once again with the good clear. Transfer from UNC Charlotte, still looking for his first of the year. His one goal, if IcePack fans don't remember, came against the Wake Forest Demon Deacons last year in a 6-5 loss in the ACCHL tournament. The Pack are seeking revenge. Joey Hall looking sharp with 12:55 left to go here in the third period. Zach Sawai here for PackTV alongside Logan Ward and Dalton Kelly. Penalty now over. Well, not showing on the board, rather. Sam Banashevitz still in the box. Ellis Rusher now will slowly work at it. Can't quite pass it. Back in the end. Back to the slot. Again, Joey Hall with the great save on Grigori, who came back. I think it was an equipment malfunction. He'll hang on.
Demon Deacons trying to get those opportunities and doing a good job of trying to get those shots, but the shots just nothing doing. Defense has done a great job for the IcePack, and Joey Hall has been at the center of that, saving many a goal with his glove.
yeah, I think that you can make a case for Hall being player of the game as well. He's done a great job of saving them on their power plays when they've had pretty open chances.
Puck squittered back out to the front. No one there to bang it home. Now they hang on to it. Back in the row end, there's Hunter LaRoe. LaRoe has a good job of puck handling there. Great move by Grigori. Grigori out to the slot. Grigori still working at it. Defended well by Ellis Rushford. He has been all over everyone tonight. Puck is sent back in. Seppi will not be able to get there. Beaten strongly by Karasak. Ellis Rusher now behind the net. Will clear it. Looking for Banashevitz, but Kinney's there with a shot just over the blocker of Meyer. Once again, Riley Johnson, who has a goal tonight, hands it off to Seppi. Kinney back out in front, couldn't make any silky moves right there. And Seppi won't be able to win that race. Teams are going to head off for a change.
Johnson continuing his campaign for Rookie of the Year here. Strong performance from him.
Sarek almost lost that one. Cecchini will send it back in. Playing a little bit of dump and chase. Sent back out. Puck is sent flying high. Teams are at a bit of a standstill. Once again, not a lot of action has happened since Riley Johnson's last goal. Puck is sent back. Robinson tried to lay a hit. Ran himself into the boards. Ellis Rushford through the neutral zone. Some good stick handling. Rushford around the borders. And he gets to the front with a tip out in front. And he scores! Domi Arigato, Mr. Roboto. It is 5-0 NC State.
Great shot there from Robinson. But again, Rushford really made that play happen. Did a fantastic job of getting the puck to Robinson for the perfect opportunity that he converted on. Saw that one ricochet off of Mayer. Just a great job there by the offense.
Coming off of the penalty kill too, State gained a lot of momentum, after which Wake Forest couldn't do anything on that power play.
Yeah, so, I mean, the momentum just has kind of swung their way since the beginning. Power play goal for NC State, and they just haven't been able to really recover for Wake Forest.
Devin Halko now will hang on to that one. State now up to 5-0. Heading into the final 10 minutes of this period, scoreboard not yet updated. Alex Adams hanging on to it through the back end. Alex Vedetta lost the man on that one. What a save by Joey Hall.
Again with the glove save, caught that one above his head. Looked like that one might have gone in if he hadn't done anything to save that one. Been an impressive showing for Hall here. Talked about giving up 10 goals in his last 2 games. Haven't seen that goalie out here tonight. We've seen the one with the shutout earlier in the year.
Yeah, we talked about Wake Forest's goalie the whole pregame show, and
Yeah.
Paul's pretty much showing up.
This has been Myers' really first lackluster performance of the year, as we have seen. And we can't even say that Myers' performance has been that bad. This has just been a high-scoring showing by NC State.
Absolutely. And that's something we've come to expect. We talk about Gazillo's system all the time, that high caliber, fast-paced offense. And that's something that they've really converted on here tonight.
Handling it back in, there's Davis Hudson. There's Sam Banashevitz. Banashevitz still working at it. Banashevitz gets his stick wrapped around somebody there. Now tussled back in the corner. They're hanging on. There's a fight going on, ladies and gentlemen, down in the corner. Sam Banashevitz got taken down. I'm not sure if he'll be sent off.
Looks like the two of them just got tangled up down there.
It'll be Herdyke who will be sent off. Stay with another chance to capitalize on a power play here. Some friendly words of camaraderie being exchanged.
About 10 minutes on the dot remaining here in this game.
It's going to be a pretty vital 10 minutes for sure here.
Feels like this one's out of reach for Wake Forest, though. Their offense has just not been able to find any answers to this Ice Pack defense.
Halko sends it wide. Jadala couldn't pick it up on it. State is 2 for 4 on the power play for tonight. 9:47 left to go here. 1:45 left to go on the penalty kill. Penalty to Dan Herdyke, number 12 for the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. Again, want to give a quick shout out to all the Demon Deacons fans that are watching tonight. Want to thank you for tuning into this broadcast. Hopefully we'll be able to do some more games for you guys in the future come the ACCHL tournament. Puck is sent just wide. Sam Banashevitz almost had it. Jadala out in front. Alfonsetti couldn't get it. Hudson with a shot just high. Laith Jadala still hanging on to it. 3 goals tonight. That's a hat trick, ladies and gentlemen. Devin Halko now sends that puck back up through the neutral zone. There goes Halko once again. Laith Jadala charging up through the middle. Banashevitz couldn't quite get it. With the clap bomb. Good deflection right there by Calkins. Can't get a good zone entry. Can't find anybody. Davis Hudson once again.
So a little bit of a platoon swap there. Alfonsetti trying to take advantage of the changes. Good job by Meyer there.
Puck is hanged on with 8:42 left to go here.
Yeah, so I mean, we've seen Wake Forest kind of get broken down in this period, and there's not really anything looking up for them, so they've seemed like they've been kind of down after that.
Eric Todd, Trevor Merchant, and Ryan Kinney. Ian O'Rourke back at the point there. Puck is sent flying back out.
Interestingly, it feels like Wake Forest has actually won the majority of these face-offs. They've done a good job getting in transition through that, but they haven't been able to convert on anything, as the Ice Pack, more than often than not, winds up with the puck anyway.
O'Rourke hangs on to it once again, back in his own end. Ryan Kinney, one that bounced off his skate. Puck is sent flying back out once again. Eric Muir will have to recollect that one. About 8 minutes left to go. Power play almost over for the Pack. So going to go 2 for 5 tonight, but not something they need to worry about too much. I mean, 2 goals in the power play, that's 40%. Averages for teams usually run about 20%. So this has been a good number for them so far. Team had their last practice of the semester last night. It's going to be a very long break. Logan, what's good? What are they going to have to do to stay sharp during the long Christmas break? Because let's face it, when you go home, Mama's got the goodies.
You just got to really work on it. Self-control. You got to make sure that you stay in shape. You got to come back ready for the rest of this season. This season isn't even close to over yet. You got plenty of games left to play. You had a strong showing in the first half of it, but you have to go into 2019 with the same intensity that they've brought here.
Yeah, so I mean, that could have been what we've seen with Wake Forest a little bit too, is they having that 3-week break. They might have lost their sharpness a little bit, not being able to have game action in that amount of time.
Parker Cesarek now hangs on to it. Cesarek back in his offensive end. There's Alex Robinson with a goal tonight. Ellis Rushford at his other side. Robinson opens up space in the slot with a shot. Good save by Meyer. Great job there by Alex Robinson to open up space down that I-40 traffic in the middle. Robinson with a shot, hit escape. Bounced off of Hunter LaRoe. Puck is sent flying back out.
About 7 minutes remaining here in this third period.
There's Miles Ferrone. Heard loud shouts of offs, meaning offside in the hockey world. There's Alex Robinson. Robinson couldn't quite hang on to that one as Ellis Rushford to the back of him. There's Miles Ferrone once again, sends it flying ahead. Again, Cesarek with the shot, he scores! Parker Cesarek riles up the crowd here. Amazing job for him, continues his amazing performance as of late.
Sarek just did a fantastic job making the most of the opportunity that was given to him. Puck just flitted out right in front of him, and he made the best of it. Scoring that goal there, you know Meyer has just got to be down on his performance right now, giving up 6 goals, 4 of them here in this third period.
Yeah, the defense kind of broke down there, though. Can't let that opportunity happen right in front of your net. But Meyer definitely has to be upset with the way he's played in this third period.
Devin Halko will now hang on to it. Shot all the way over to Davis Hudson and sent flying ahead. And now a 2-on-1 ensues. There goes Fong and Vedetta. Fong with a chance. Out to Vedetta. Couldn't quite get it. There's Devin Halko. Halko sent all the way over to Hudson. Hudson once again. There's Vedetta behind the net. Back out to the front. Fong with a shot. Couldn't quite get it. Got into a little bit of a yelling match with Vedetta was Meyer. Puck is frozen again. Late tempers going on there for Meyer. You can see why.
Yes. Lots of opportunities in front of the goal and lots of extra little hits causing these tempers to flare up a little bit. But it also might be a little bit of frustration from just being down 5-0. Or 6-0, my fault.
It's a high-scoring game. Nonetheless, fans are surprisingly still here showing their support. It's very late at night now. Alex Fong couldn't quite get control of that one. There's Hudson. Once again, sent back flying off, now rushing ahead. There goes Grigori. Sandwiched! What a hit! Back out, Joey Hall sends that one just wide. Grigori seems unshaken at all. Again, puck is sent back out. What are we going to give these coaches, like a game puck or something, honestly?
Sooner than later, with all the pucks they've been collecting there on the sidelines.
So awaiting the current results of our PackTV Twitter poll, or awaiting some of our responses about our player of the game. We're going to get to those to you in just a second here.
Defense for the Ice Pack has stood strong throughout.
Jadala, and he scores! Got his 4th of the night, ladies and gentlemen. He can sell houses and he can sell goals. 7-0 now, NC State.
Just a great job by Jadala. Really been the most dominant player out there tonight. Fantastic job on offense, scoring seemingly at will. Got the first 3 goals to kick off this game for the Ice Pack and has continued playing strong with their most recent one.
There you have it from your Wolfpack Outfitters player of the game, Laith Jadala. His 4th goal of the night. I think even Tyler Potts is saying, good job, bud. I mean, who wouldn't in this situation?
He's had an incredible performance. We saw him get a hat trick earlier this year at the Iceplex, but I haven't seen so many goals scored since Banashevitz scored 6 last year out here.
I'm not sure if they counted a goal or not. The scoreboard says 6-0, but we have it as 7-0. There we go, and it just changed. I think too fast sometimes. It happens to the best of us. Eric Todd now behind the net. Couldn't handle it. That was Gilbert back out. There's Sam Banashevitz once again with good speed through the neutral zone. Laith Jadala flanking him. Could we see a 5th goal tonight? Oh my goodness! Call that a Wendy's 5-for-5 deal. Well, they do 4-for-4, but at this point they should do a 5-for-5 and put Laith Jadala's name on it. Oh my goodness!
Absolutely incredible. Continuing his run here now with 5 goals, 5 of the 7. That's a pretty strong percentage there for him. Absolutely deserving of our Wolfpack Outfitters player of the game.
Yeah, Wake Forest just has to feel so down coming into this period, 2-0 down, and now it's 7.
There's not much else left to say here, ladies and gentlemen.
Just been outplayed in every facet of the game. I think the only thing they can really go for here now is to not get shut out here.
And that's going to be the main goal here for the Wake Forest Demon Deacons with 4:43 left to go here in the third. Puck is still hanging on. There's Ferrone. Ferrone sends that puck flying out. Alfanzetti still looks to make something happen.
Trying to continue that string of dominant performances that he's had.
And they score once again. I'm going to say that was Tyler Alfanzetti.
It appeared to be Tyler Alfanzetti on the goal there.
Oh yeah, so just another breakdown in the defense. They can't keep that up. I mean, they seem degraded. Their heads are down now. They don't really know what this.
Wolfpack up 9-0 right now. That goal bringing them even further ahead with the latest from Alfanzetti, continuing his string of good performances, scoring 2 in that game against Delaware, and continuing here with a goal tonight.
My apologies. We have been very befuddled up here in the broadcast booth trying to get updates. Alfanzetti tries to work his way through again. Meyer now giving up 9 goals on the night. There comes a point where it's acceptable, but there comes a point where it's not as much. Now handling it back in through the slot. Merchant almost lost that one. I believe Trevor Merchant got an assist on that last goal. We'll find out for sure. Corey sent that one just wide. Definitely Wake Forest doesn't want to end this game being shut out, and that's going to be their main goal here.
That has to be the Ice Pack's main goal too, preventing that and ensuring that this shutout progresses.
There's Trevor Merchant once again through the neutral zone. Lost that one. Mura now sends that puck all the way back ahead. Tyler Alfanzetti now with the trying to get that puck in the neutral zone. Nothing came of it. Now handled back in. Good speed once again from the Demon Deacon, sending that one ahead. That was LaBelle. LaBelle's somebody that we haven't seen a lot tonight so far.
No.
There's Rob Brute handling that puck once again. Now sent back out. There's LaBelle once again, the team's second line center. Floats that one all the way over to Karasak. Joey Hall once again with a sprawling save. And he hangs on.
Seeing interesting ways in which he contorts himself trying to stop that. Really just incredible to see some of the saves he makes with that glove. Really what he's been using, I think, almost every save here tonight.
It's been a long one for sure, but he's hung on. 3 minutes left to go. Still awaiting some action to happen. Parker Cesarek with the great interception, and Alex Robinson floats it ahead. There's Johnson. Johnson over with the shot just wide. Riley Johnson now hangs on to it with a good speed. There's Parker Sarek. Parker Sarek now. Ellis Rusher contains that puck well. Now handling it back. Rusher will now lose that puck. Goes all the way back. This one will be iced.
4-0.
Breakout option chosen well there by Rushford. And there goes Johnson once again. Somebody was bodied alongside the boards. Great job there to get that puck once again. That was Anderson. Johnson now takes control. Johnson out to the front in the middle. Cesarek couldn't get to it. Puck is bodied in. 2:10 left to go here.
Yeah, there's lots of things that are negative for the Demon Deacons out of this, but what I take away most is how they played after they got down. They kind of seemed to put their heads down and kind of let the Wolfpack do whatever they wanted with the puck.
I think that can be symbolized over there on the bench. One player just hanging his head over the boards there. Not much really positive to take away from this game. They've been dominated in every facet with 2 minutes remaining here.
Offside is called here. 2 minutes on the dot remaining for a certain fact here. Still waiting for the face-off draw to happen. And that is won once again by Wake Forest. It's something that you mentioned a little bit earlier there, Logan. Seppi now will handle that puck once again through the neutral zone with great speed. Seppi now through the middle with a tuck-in! And it did not go in on that play, but it almost did. Again, behind the boards, once again, Alex Vedetta looks to make a play to make something happen. Can't quite get there.
Meyer has made a couple good saves here tonight, but really the scoreboard shows the real details, and that's the fact that he's let in 9 goals to Joey Hall letting in
Seppi now back out with a shot, and once again, and a great save by Meyer.
0. It looks like shot was taken there by Wake Forest number 7. Fans, it's your chance to win free Potbelly catering. Potbelly Sandwich Shop is teaming up with PackTV to give away $50 worth of Potbelly catering each week during the NC State hockey season. There's no minimum to pick up your free $50 order. To enter, go to go.ncsu.edu/potbelly. That's go.ncsu.edu/potbelly.
Players want to wrap this game up so they can go eat their Potbelly sandwiches here at the Raleigh Iceplex. Zach Salwaye, Logan Ward, and Dalton Kelly here for tonight's broadcast. About a minute left to go here. Seppi with a clap bomb just over the net. Banashevitz sends it all the way back out. Nobody could find it. Are they really going to call something with this late?
Looks like they're going to call something on the goalie, actually.
Tensions are running high for both teams, so it's easy to see something might have been called on that particular
Appears
play.
the goal was slightly off there, so it looks like they just took a chance to reset that with just over a minute, with 1 minute and 2 seconds remaining here in the third period.
Alice Rusher will send it over to Sam Banashevitz. Banashevitz floats it all the way over to Seppi. Seppi lost that one. Sends it floating. There's Jadala once again. Sam Banashevitz now hangs on to it, tries to find an open man. There's Rushford. Rushford with a shot, he scores! Alice Rushford, he'll kill you and he'll score. 10-0 NC State Ice Pack.
Absolutely incredible performance. Feels a little bit like beating a dead horse here at the end, though. But they do take the lead up to double digits, going up 10-0. That's 2 straight games with 10-0 being the score. Assuming they don't score another one here in the remaining 44 seconds. Mayer just looks absolutely dejected down there in his net.
He's not getting really much help from his defense down there, though. They're letting him get shots wide open right in front of the net.
Absolutely.
Sam Banashevitz did create a lot of space with that play, allowing Alice Rushford to drive clearly up through the middle of the slot. Tip down, there's Todd. Todd couldn't quite get it. This has been NC State Hockey's one of their most high-scoring games of the year. There's Seppi now. Joey Hall will be getting the shot out. Tip down in front, just wide. With about 20 seconds left, Joey Hall earns his second shutout of the season, and this one has been more active than his first.
Certainly.
They're going to give that game puck to him, absolutely. Doesn't take away the fact that Laith Jadala, good Lord Almighty, a 5-goal performance, and they'll surround Joey Hall. Well, no, they'll surround a fight, but that'll end the game here, ladies and gentlemen. Final score, 10-0. We're going to leave you today on some action. Joey Hall getting his victory punches in.
It's an incredible performance from the Ice Pack. Not much more you could want from them as they come away with a dominant 10-0 victory as that fight will conclude the game.
Wow. Wowee. Wowie wow. The play ends here, and they surround Joey Hall once again, appropriately. Kel Meyer looks befuddled. And 10 goals allowed in the game. It's not easy.
No.
And shook hands with Laith Jadala, his most feared attacker of the night. Before we go to our intermission report, interview Coach Gazzillo and our player of the game, Laith Jadala. Let's get some quick thoughts on tonight. First, we'll start with Logan.
Absolutely incredible, dominant performance by the Ice Pack. Only scored 2 goals in the first 2 periods. Looked like it was a more even game than it wound up being. Laith Jadala really sparking the offense in what would become an 8-point third period for the Ice Pack. Dominant 10-0 win in all facets.
And the Wake Forest Demon Deacons did suffer all night there, Dalton. But is there any positive to take away from this?
Well, one positive I guess you could take away is that they created pretty good opportunities on their power plays. Hall just made some pretty great saves, but other than that, it was kind of a negative that they allowed them to just berate goals on them at the end and kind of seemed like they gave up.
Copying the Carolina Hurricane celebration there at the end, caps off a 10-0 victory for North Carolina State Ice Pack. An unbelievable game for sure. We're going to take a quick break here, come back with some post-game thoughts and interviews right here on PackTV. Bedtime here at the Raleigh Ice. Logan Ward here. It's been a late one for sure, guys. It's been a very long game, but finally finished up. Laith Jadala had 5 goals in that one. It's been an absolutely outstanding performance by everyone on this team. Logan, what are the big takeaways here for State, especially the fact that this is the last game at the Iceplex? They got the backyard brawl on Monday, and this has been one of their most offensively prolific showings on home ice.
It was just absolutely incredible. Again, we talked about they dominated in every facet of this game. Offense, defense, transition, special teams. They won everything out here today. They did a fantastic job, especially Jadala. We can't talk enough about what he did. 5 goals out of 10, that's absolutely incredible. So seeing him especially, this sparks their momentum going into the PNC Arena game against UNC.
Now tied for the team lead with Riley Johnson for 15 goals on the year. There's not much else to be left to said about that top offensive unit for NC State. Their defense showed up tonight, but to talk about the battle of the goaltenders, we'll start with Joey Hall, work our way over to Meyer. What did you see out of Joey Hall tonight that made his play so interesting and really lights out?
Well, the double-edged sword of Joey Hall's game is the fact that he's so aggressive. Sometimes that hangs him out to dry. He overcommits a little bit too much, so that leaves the net open. But at the end of the day, if he can make those saves, and if he does commit to it and gets the save, you can't ask for more. He did a fantastic job. There's a reason he's got 2 shutouts in this building this season.
And it's been even more of that case. Cal Meyer, of course, was the most difficult goaltender NC State has faced this season on paper. Didn't look at it on the ice, though.
Yeah, through the first 2 periods, he was excellent. Like, he made many great saves that kept them in the game. But through the third, of course, they just kind of got it. And after that, the defense kind of seemed to let him down as well, as they gave him many opportunities wide open in front of the goal. Can't expect him to save all those. So.
Riley Johnson, of course, had a goal tonight, and it was in good fashion as well. Top cheddar against Cal Meyer. Top cheddar means at the top of the net. Hockey terminology. I need a life. But, Logan, I think the biggest thing that we can take away from tonight, the attendance was outstanding. And going into Monday night's backyard brawl, the attendance needs to be even better. What marketing needs to be done for Monday night besides us talking about it here?
I think really you just got to have outreach. You got to get out to all the fans out there. You got to let them know about this. And even non-fans, really just advertise that this hockey game means a lot to not just these 2 teams, but the community as well. Especially hockey, it's just a good chance for everybody to come together, UNC and NC State fans alike, for what's going to be a great game at PNC.
It's going to be a good one for sure here to kind of wrap up our thoughts for the Wake Forest viewers here. In general, Wake Forest did have a rough night tonight in terms of they didn't get anything on the scoreboard. But for those first 2 periods, they gave the Pack a run for their money.
Yeah, and don't forget, they only had 5 defensive players. So from like their start, they didn't have a lot of people. They were out for flus or injuries. So that's a big part of what happened. But, of course, losing 10-0, you never want to do that. So they can't really take any positives from the score, but of course they can turn it around. They have injured players that can come back. So
Brendan Gregory. Wow, he had an outstanding game tonight. Didn't record any points, but was, if we had to pick a player of the game from Wake Forest, we would probably say it would be him. He had an outstanding game tonight. A lot of offensive showing from him. Big shout out to him. Great job from him as well. We're going to be awaiting some interviews from head coach Mike Gazzillo and Laith Jadala right here on PackTV. We're going to bring you into the Pack soon enough. Thank you for staying up this late with us. We'll be back shortly. Another night here at the Raleigh Iceplex. NC State takes down Wake Forest 10-0 here. Zach Sawai alongside head coach Mike Gazzillo. Coach, how are you doing tonight?
Good, thank you.
It's been a really great night tonight. The first 2 periods, we set it up here, it was a lot of nothing. A lot of back and forth, really good, just practicing the transitional play. But that 3rd period was an offensive explosion. What can you attribute to that?
I mean, we just between periods, between the second and third, we just told the guys that 2-0 is not a comfortable lead, and we talk about shooting and working hard, and I don't think we actually worked as hard as we could have in that second period. Yeah, we were down a bit, but even when we were 5-on-5, and I just wanted them to pick up the intensity a bit.
Definitely that, and you guys started off both the second and the third period on the power play. Coming off of that, didn't create a lot of momentum special teams-wise, but you guys came up, you guys scored, I believe, upwards of around 8 goals in that third period, so it paid off. Laith Jadal's performance, of course, he is our Wolfpack Outfitters player of the game. Scored 5 goals tonight, all seemingly in great fashion. A lot of good shots, a lot of driving to the net. What have you sort of been talking to him about recently in practice that's been making him have this offensive outreach?
I mean, Late's not a guy that you need to have one-on-ones with. I mean, he knows what has to get done. He's been around the game a long time. He's a solid player. He's a good teammate. He listens to, the conversation is general. It's never really, pointed at one guy. We've seen him play. We've seen the way he shoots in practice. Things like this are going to happen, right? So I'm just happy for him that it happened tonight.
And the biggest thing tonight is Joey Hall got another shout-out, his second one here in the Raleigh Iceplex, of course. He's been having a rough past few games, no doubt about it, giving up 10 goals in his past 2 starts. But tonight, he made up for it pretty well. He made some very good saves late. Your overall thoughts on his performance?
Yeah, I was real happy with it. He made some really good saves. Our defense was there to clear the puck out. They got to it before Wake Forest guys did, which, you need to have that happen too, right? So it was a good team effort. And, when Joey makes those big plays, it kind of rallies the guys a bit. So it worked out well.
Obviously, Cam Mazikowski was out tonight with some flu-like symptoms. But tonight you put in Devin Halko on that first line with Davis Hudson. You're not a huge fan of line jumbling, but in terms of tonight, what have you seen from that? Because in Delaware, you did put Tyler Alfonsetti on that first line, and great things happened. What are your overall thoughts on tonight's defensive performance?
I thought the guys played great. Obviously, with Cam out, you have to make some adjustments. But, we're pretty confident in all our guys. And so I was happy with it. I moved Tyler on the power play between Laith and Sam simply because Eric got a lot of time on the penalty kill. He does a great job there. And Tyler's more of a natural center. And I wanted to have that option out there on the power play. So it worked out well. And, listen, they're all into what's good for the team, right? And so guys like Eric Todd don't complain about anything. They get their share of the ice, and they're just whatever happens, happens.
A lot of goals, a lot of scoring, and a lot of fans. Seems like a backyard brawl to me, but that's happening Monday night, Coach. And the biggest thing about that is that it's going to actually count for points in the division standings for this one. So in general, what do Ice Pack fans need to know about tonight? Even Wake Forest fans who may want to come to the game tonight, on Monday night, what do they need to know about Monday night?
Well, Monday night, look, the backyard brawls are always exciting, right? The guys are really up for the game. Governor Cooper will be there to drop the ceremonial first puck. If you're at the first one, then you don't need a reason to come to the second one because you're going to get a great hockey game, and we hope to see as many people there as possible.
Well, Coach, thank you for your time. Logan will be right back with our Wolfpack Outfitters player of the game, Laith Jadala, right here on PackTV. And Mazikowski throws down Rice. Another hit. And again, it looks like because look at all that silk that he has right now. Unbelievable stick handling. And he scored.
Kenny took that one.
There goes Sargent on the breakaway. Sargent, huge pad save by Joey Hall.
Jimenez gets it to Banashevitz. Here he comes, and he jukes and he scores. Sam Banashevitz finally gets one.
Welcome back to PackTV. I'm Logan Ward, joined here by our Wolfpack Outfitters Player of the Game, Laith Jadala. Congratulations, Laith, getting a hat trick plus some. Absolutely incredible performance for you guys here tonight. How does it feel to get such a big win in your home turf in the last game you'll be here at the Iceplex in 2018?
Well, it's always good ending on a good note. I mean, you always want to leave, get a dub before the year ends, so that was kind of nice. Of course, we have one more left against UNC on Monday, so hopefully we could roll this into the Monday game.
Absolutely, and having dominance on both offense and defense, just an incredible all-around game for you guys tonight. How do you take that momentum and bring it into the bigger building in PNC?
Well, I think at this point in the season, our whole team's rolling. We got the forwards, we got all the lines situated, we have the D going. Of course, we had Joey who stood on his head today. So I think it's just second nature going into Monday. I don't think it's going to be anything new. We just got to keep playing our game, and we should be good for Monday to destroy UNC.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Laith. That'll be it from us here at PackTV. For Zach Salway and the rest of the PackTV crew, this is Logan Ward signing off.